1-0 lead over Gwinnett. They play in the bottom of the third in North Carolina. Bottom four, Louisville blanking Memphis 4-0. No score, bottom of the first in Nashville. They host the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp tonight and for the weekend. St. Paul and Indianapolis underway. They are scoreless in the middle of the second. And a few games yet to get going tonight as we start to look out west on the AAA scoreboard. Oklahoma City at Sugar Land later on tonight. El Paso hosts Salt Lake. Albuquerque is at Sacramento. Tacoma plays host to Round Rock, and Reno is in Las Vegas. Again, for the first time in a long time, interleague play has been introduced to the AAA schedule. And so the Iowa Cubs will have an opportunity to see, although they don't see all the teams in the International League, they'll have a chance to see a couple of teams in the Pacific Coast League this year. Reigning AAA national champion Sugar Land will be in town here in Des Moines later on this summer. And right after that, in August, the Iowa Cubs will head to Las Vegas to take on the A's AAA affiliate. No longer the Oakland A's, just the A's who are playing that season in Sacramento. So that will be a very interesting experience. Of course, the Iowa Cubs used to go to Las Vegas all the time when they were a member of the same league, the Pacific Coast League. So all that to look forward to coming up this season. A really good schedule. Worcester will be in town, and their highly regarded prospects later on this summer as well. A lot to look forward to, and a lot of reasons to come on out to the ballpark this weekend as well. Fireworks after the game tonight. Still time to get on down here to Principal Park. If you're on the fence, we'd love to have you. Beautiful night for baseball. I don't think you could ask for better weather tonight on what is the earliest start for a minor league season since 1951. That's a long time ago, and it makes you a little bit nervous when you see March 28th in Iowa, in Minnesota. But here we are with maybe the nicest day so far here in 2025 in Des Moines, and we'll have baseball followed by fireworks. Then tomorrow, catch on the field prior to the game. Make sure you get on out here for an afternoon start. 3:08 p.m. is when we'll get underway with the first pitch. And then finally on Sunday, 1:08 to close out this brief opening weekend homestand. Kids can run the bases after the game. You can bike to the ballpark, get a ticket, and an $18 beverage. I should say for $18 a ticket and a beverage. It's a good deal. Also, check out the Family Fun Pack. And again, kids run the bases after the game. So a lot of fun on tap for the whole family this week here at Principal Park before the team hits the road for a couple of weeks in a row. First to Indianapolis and then Toledo. Right now, the Iowa Cubs reserves being introduced to the lines. We will step aside one more time here on the pregame show and then come back with Iowa Cubs baseball for the first time in 2025. It's the Iowa Cubs and the Omaha Storm Chasers. This has been the Iowa Cubs pregame show on the Iowa Cubs Radio Network.
You've been listening to today's pregame show. Don't go anywhere. Iowa Cubs baseball is next, right here on Hope 940 KPSZ Des Moines and online at iowacubs.com.
Escape to paradise at Principal Park for Margaritaville night on Friday, June 14th. Enjoy a night of island vibes with a live performance by Banana Wind, a Hawaiian t-shirt giveaway to the first 1,000 fans, and the ultimate feast, a cheeseburger and margarita special. Kick back, soak up the summer fun, and enjoy baseball with a tropical twist. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
Musco Sports Lighting is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Cubs. Since 1976, Musco has called Iowa home, while creating the most innovative sports lighting solutions in the world. Musco's LED system improves visibility and creates light shows to celebrate everything from a home run to another iCubs win. From Principal Park to community fields to the biggest stadiums in the world, Musco creates a better experience for players and fans. Learn more at musco.com.
Since 1981, a prospect's path to Wrigley Field has run directly through Principal Park in Des Moines. With several of the Cubs' future stars on the roster this season, the Iowa Cubs are aiming for their first trip to the postseason since 2019. Stay tuned as we bring you the soundtrack of the summer, the unmistakable crack of the bat.
Drilled, center field, McKinney to the wall, it's gone! Pinch hit grand slam. Moises Ballesteros. Bye-bye. Here's Kevin Alcantara. To deep to right field. Rivas back to the track at the wall. It's off the top of the wall. It's 3-1 Iowa.
The satisfying pop of the mitt.
1-2 pitch. Cut on it. Missed strike 3. Cade Horton.
And the roar from the crowd after a tremendous defensive play.
3-2. Dry, leaping catch, Matt Shaw. Oh, baby.
It's time for Iowa Cubs baseball on Hope 940. Now, let's head out to the ballpark for the call of today's game with the voice of the Iowa Cubs, Jason Kemp.
A warm welcome back inside the broadcast booth here at Principal Park. We are going to take you down to the field right now for the performance of our national anthem here on opening night. Enjoy the sights and sounds of Principal Park baseball coming up in just a few minutes. A wonderful performance here on opening night by Tessa Yackel. And we are just about ready to go here at Principal Park. We should give you a look at the umpires for this opening game in 2025 as the managers, Marty Peavy and Mike Jersley, get ready to meet them at home plate. It is Ben Phillips, the crew chief, calling the balls and strikes here in game one. Dylan Wilson is at first base, and Dylan Bradley will be the umpire at third base to get us underway. Here comes the Storm Chasers representative at the home plate meeting. He was a little bit tardy getting out there, and now we will have the exchange there prior to game one of the season. Well, this will be my first year with the Iowa Cubs, and obviously coming on air for most of you tuning in, it'll sound a little bit different. Alex Cohen was, of course, here for a long time, and Alex, a great friend of mine, now working for Marquee Sports Network and was with the Cubs in Japan. And certainly he will be missed here. Everybody makes sure to tell me that every day, but I am excited to be here as well as this 6-month story will begin to unfold in just a couple of minutes, and I'll be happy to take you along with for the ride. We'll be here on Hope 940 all year long, all 150 games home and away. Also, of course, MLB TV is available for a subscription. We're on MLB TV as well. And 20 times this year, the Iowa Cubs will appear on Marquee Sports Network. The first of those games is on the docket for tomorrow afternoon, that 3:08 start in Game 2 of this series against the Omaha Storm Chasers. A lot of excitement leading up to this one, and I think that excitement kind of ratcheted up a notch when the forecast started to come out and continue to say 80 degrees, 75 degrees. This is a beautiful night. And folks told me with caution that it's tradition that here in Des Moines for the first series of the Iowa Cubs season, the weather is not great. It's a struggle. And then when the Iowa Cubs leave town, the sun all of a sudden comes out and it's good to go. Well, you could not have asked for a better night than we have this evening, and we are just about set to get it started as the managers go over the ground rules one final time here at Principal Park. And again, the main storyline to look at, besides the players on the field for this one, and that is certainly something to keep an eye on as well, but is the wind that is ripping out of here towards center field. And the ball tends to fly here pretty well on its own, but with the wind aiding some hitters today, that could certainly be magnified a little bit more when we get underway here in just a little bit. The ball is going to fly tonight if batting practice is any indication. And in batting practice, both teams enjoyed putting on a show for those who were in attendance. In the outfield walls, they took a bit of a beating today, courtesy of both of these ball clubs. So it should be fun to watch. The pitchers maybe not going to be quite as excited about the conditions for this one, but who knows? Keep the ball down. That was the message in the Iowa Cubs clubhouse earlier today before the game got started. And the Iowa Cubs home for 3 games here to open the season, then a 2-week road trip, first to Indianapolis to see the Indians, and then to Toledo to meet the Mud Hens for the first time. All of that before the Iowa Cubs come back here again to see the St. Paul Saints, their nearby rivals, as the home schedule picks back up after that. And that visit at home plate taking a little bit longer than normal here. First game of the series, first day of the season. But Marty Peavy out there entering this campaign with a 748 and 819 record. He has 1,392 wins overall as a manager, and that's his 22 seasons. He has the 6th most wins among skippers currently active in minor league baseball. And what a roster the Iowa Cubs are slated to begin the 2025 season with. You like top 30 prospects? There are plenty of those, and certainly a lot of interest in what this roster does early on in the campaign. And here they come for the first time, the Iowa Cubs introduced to the home fans at Principal Park, taking the field for the first time in 2025. They are led by the right-hander Connor Noland, who gets the opening night start, 6'2", 215-pound, 26-year-old from Greenwood, Arkansas. And he was a 9th-round pick, 263rd overall by the Cubs in the 2022 first-year draft out of the University of Arkansas. Noland began last year in AA Tennessee. He was fantastic, 16 starts. He compiled a 7-3 record and a 250 earned run average in 86 1/3 innings, held the opposition to a 235 batting average, struck out 67, and walked 21. Noland saw the Omaha Storm Chasers on August 9th last year. That was at Werner Park in Omaha. He threw very well. 5 one-run innings. He scattered 6 hits and struck out 3. It was shortly after that that he gave up 9 runs on 10 hits in 2 2/3 innings against Memphis, and that game really impacted his ERA during his time with the Iowa Cubs, in which he made 9 starts and went 5-2 with a 5.29 ERA. But if you take that one rough start out of there, numbers a lot better for Connor Noland, and the bearded right-hander looking to get 2025 off to a stylish start. He'll be facing a lineup with a lot of familiar faces for the Omaha Storm Chasers. Maybe not as prospect-laden as this Iowa Cubs roster is early in the year, but certainly when you win the league title the year before, you have plenty of good players, veteran players, who are starting the season once again in Omaha, and one of them, John Rave, the left fielder, will step in on the left side to lead off the ball game. Rave hit 259 last year with 21 home runs and 60 RBI, playing 131 games with the Omaha Storm Chasers. He is in. Omaha wearing the road grays, Storm Chasers in blue across the chest. Noland out of an abbreviated windup of the first pitch of the season, on the way and bounced softly to the right side, picked up by the first baseman Jonathan Long, and he underhands to Noland, covering at first. 1 pitch and 1 out for Connor Noland. Well, not a bad way to get started. A 91-mile-an-hour fastball at 7:11 p.m. Again, beautiful temperatures in the upper 70s, but the wind is whipping out to center field. Another lefty in Drew Waters standing in. A shift to the pull side for the left-handed hitter. Noland comes home and misses down and off the inside corner at 91 miles an hour. Waters, 290, 13 home runs, 61 batted in 109 games last year. for the Storm Chasers. Second pitch of the at-bat, grounded foul toward the backstop. Shortstop Ben Cowell shaded about as far as he legally can up the middle near second base. Dixon Machado, the third baseman, halfway between the bases as the 1-1 dances outside. A changeup at 86 miles an hour from Noland, and it makes it 2 balls and a strike. 1 out here in the first, just underway with the 2025 campaign. Noland lifts the leg and comes home. That one catches the outside corner and gets him even 2-2. Iowa Cubs wearing the home pinstripes. Iowa Cubs logo on the left chest. A lot of guys wearing long blue sleeves. Blue cap with the Bear logo on the front. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball spoiled by Drew Waters. And it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bat waving over the shoulder of the left-handed hitter. This comes home, cut and a miss, and Connor Noland has his strikeout. 2 gone quickly here in inning number 1. So 2 away here in the first. Nick Lofton, the third baseman, is going to stand in on the right side, hitting .302, 7 home runs, and 35 runs batted in. And the first pitch dances down and away from Noland. Ball 1. Holds the bat high in his left hand. 58 games with Omaha last year for Lofton. Noland looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And he missed up and in, ball 2. Defensive alignment for the Iowa Cubs. Jonathan Long at first. James Triantos at second. Ben Cowell's the shortstop with Dixon Machado at third. Noland home once again. And a breaking ball misses downstairs. 3 balls, no strikes on the number 3 hitter Lofton. Outfield left to right, Christian Franklin, Kevin Alcantara, and Owen Casey. Moises Ballesteros behind the plate. 3-0 pitch. There's his strike to get Noland on the board. Don't miss out on all the fun that downtown Des Moines offers and check out Cityville on 9th, managed by Artisan Capital Group. Defensive alignment brought to you by Artisan Capital Group tonight. 3-1 pitch, also good for his strike. And Noland works it back to full. And looking for a 1-2-3 first inning here to get 2025 underway. A slight pull shift for the iCubs infield. Noland has the sign. Here he comes. Check swing, and they'll appeal. He did not go. It's ball 4. So a ground out, a strikeout, and then a base on balls worked by Lofton. And with 2 outs, Joey Weimer will get it at bat. He is the designated hitter. Weimer with a high Royal Blue Sox. He was in the big leagues with Milwaukee, then traded to Cincinnati, and now with Kansas City. First pitch to the right-handed hitter. Swing and a miss. Noland with a slider dancing away from Weimer. And it's strike 1. Joey Weimer last year split his time between Nashville and Louisville. Also some time with Milwaukee and Cincinnati at the big league level. Hit .224 at AAA, 3 homers, 24 RBI. And the 0-1, grounded foul back behind him toward the iCubs dugout, and Noland quickly in front, 0-2. Weimer, one of those young outfielders that came up with the Brewers at the same time. Garrett Mitchell, Sal Frelick, that whole group. Weimer hit around 200 for most of that time, plenty of pop. A good defensive outfielder now with his third organization. Noland checks on Nick Lofton over at first. Infield back all the way around. The outfield playing deep with the wind blowing out. Wide open stance for Weimer. A deep breath from Noland. Pitch down and away. $16 pitches in here for Noland in the opening inning. First 2 outs without breaking a sweat. And the walk to Lofton. In a full count situation. 2-strike pitch to Weimer. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Once again, Weimer able to hold up. Dylan Wilson, the first base umpire, extending both hands. in a safe motion. And now twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lofton a healthy lead at first. Set from the belt, Noland home. Swing and a miss. Weimer tried to check his swing again. He could not. And a couple of strikeouts in the first for Connor Noland, the iCubs starter. After a half inning, it's Omaha nothing, and the iCubs coming to the plate on the Iowa Cubs Broadcast Network.
Get ready for 2 nights of live music at Principal Park. Join us Friday, May 23rd for a rock show featuring the Pork Tornadoes, Damon Dotson, and Punching Pandas. Then on Saturday, May 24th, country star Craig Campbell takes the stage with Jordan Beam and Brad Morgan. Both shows start at 6 p.m. with gates opening at 5. General admission is just $15 per night or $25 for both. Upgrade to a hospitality package or go all in with a Bud Club table for the ultimate concert experience. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
In the heart of downtown Des Moines, Confluence on Third Apartments offers a resort-style apartment community with luxurious studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartment homes. Enjoy the fun and convenience of downtown living with first-class amenities that include a sprawling outdoor courtyard with a pool, grill station, dog run, and hot tub. Other amenities include a fitness studio, rooftop, sky deck, game room, theater, underground parking, and so much more to enhance your everyday living experience at Confluence on Third Apartments. With your favorite downtown venues just a short walk or bike ride away, you'll love the convenience of living at Confluence on Third Apartments. Learn more at confluenceonthirdapts.com.
Great news. 2025 Iowa Cubs season tickets are still available, and there's no better place to spend your summer than out at the ballpark. You'll get access to the best seats at the best price, free parking, invitation to member-only events, and so much more. Let's take your fandom to the next level and become a season ticket member today. Call 515-243-6111 or visit iowacubs.com to buy your tickets. We can't wait to see you at Principal Park.
Hope 940 is your home for Iowa Cubs baseball all summer long.
We head to the bottom of the first here at Principal Park. Connor Noland put a 0 up, stranding a runner in the top half. And now the Iowa Cubs go to work against Omaha left-hander Tyson Guerrero, 26-year-old former 12th round pick back in the 2021 draft. His second season with Omaha, first opening day with the Storm Chasers, and Christian Franklin will greet him. Right-handed hitting outfielder Franklin in the box. Guerrero works from the third base side of the rubber, and his first pitch on the way. Franklin lines it softly over the head of the leaping second baseman Tyler Tolbert and into right field for a base hit. Now we saw a first pitch out in the top of the first from Jake Rave, and now a first pitch single for Christian Franklin, who goes the other way. Good speed on base for the iCubs right away here in the first. And that brings some of the pop in this lineup to the plate now. Right fielder Owen Casey will dig in left on left. Franklin a healthy lead over at first. Guerrero stares at him, comes home and misses outside at 93 miles an hour. Kind of handcuffed Brian O'Keefe, the catcher, but he did a good job to glove it cleanly and keep Franklin over at first. Casey, 278, 19 homers, 75 RBI last year. Right here in Iowa with 127 games under his belt. He shoots a fastball foul back to the screen, right on it that time. But straight back into the net, and it's a ball to strike on Casey. And this is the prospect-laden part of the order. Really, the whole lineup you could say that about. 1-2 to Casey, breaks inside. Guerrero tried the slider and missed off the inside corner to even the count. Alcantara is next. Ballesteros, Cowles, Triantos. List goes on. Break-even pitch. Franklin on the move. Slider called to strike. Throw to second is on the money, and the tag is placed by Devaney. And an out recorded at second as Franklin is caught stealing. Good throw that time by O'Keefe. And Devaney did a good job to field the short hop and put the tag down. So that leadoff base hit is erased. And now a 2-2 pitch coming home to Casey. Line to foul, right back into the net again. Owen Casey, rated by MLB Pipeline as the Cubs' number 3 prospect overall. Another 2-2 pitch. Inside, too far off the corner. And it's a full count to Owen. Last year, Guerrero made 5 starts with the Storm Chasers, 1-3 and 8.71 ERA. On the payoff pitch, swing and a miss. A foul tip held onto by O'Keefe. And Guerrero has his first strikeout. And there are 2 gone here in the iCubs first for Kevin Alcantara, the center fielder. Alcantara in 35 games last year after spending a bulk of the year in Double-A, hit .292, 5 home runs and 22 RBI. A lanky right-handed hitter waits for the first pitch and takes it up and away for ball 1. Defensively for Omaha, again, their alignment brought to you by Artisan Capital Group. Nick Prado at first, Tyler Tolbert at second, Cam Devaney the shortstop, Nick Lofton at third. There's a swing and a miss by Alcantara. That evens the count 1-1. Jake Raven left, Drew Waters in center, Tyler Gentry the right fielder with O'Keefe behind the plate. 1-1 here. 2 outs, nobody on for the iCubs. Bottom half of the first. Guerrero outside with a changeup. Alcantara with the long dreadlocks flowing out from under his helmet. Infield back in straight away. Hitters count. He's swinging away. It's a fly ball to right. This is driven well. Gentry going back to the wall, and he makes the catch with one hand on the high V sign in right center field. Alcantara just misses one on a windy opening night, and we head to the second, scoreless after 1 on the iCubs broadcast network.
Whether it's a Friday night or the 4th of July celebration, Iowa Cubs fans truly love the great fireworks shows at Principal Park each and every season. J&M Displays is the longtime provider of all Iowa Cubs fireworks shows. J&M Displays is ready to help with any event or celebration you have in mind. Their experienced team of expert pyrotechnicians are creative and highly trained to make your event one that will never be forgotten for fireworks and special effects. Call on J&M Displays, one of the largest suppliers in the Midwest. Go to jnmdisplays.com for more information.
TMG Management offers exceptional apartment living at multiple great locations around Des Moines. Whether it's Civic Center downtown, Old Main Apartments near Drake University, or Crown Point and Westbrook Apartments in West Des Moines, you'll find a great apartment with a tranquil, residential atmosphere to come home to. All of their properties offer superior and professional on-site management and energy-efficient apartment homes built with your needs in mind. Let TMG Management help you round third and head home at one of their great properties. Find out more at www.tmgmanagement.com.
The diamond shine brighter with Morrissey fine jewelry.
Sometimes you hear people talk about going out of their way to help you. Well, I'm Vince Morrissey from Morrissey Fine Jewelry, and I like to make one thing very clear. Helping you is never out of our way at Morrissey's. It's just the way we do business. We'll do whatever it takes to take care of you. Stop in and see us. Morrissey Fine Jewelry, 235 5th Street in Valley Junction, West Des Moines.
I'm Owen Casey, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs Baseball on Hope 940.
Casey Kennedy once again from Principal Park in Des Moines. Second inning underway. And Connor Noland will work to Tyler Gentry, right-handed hitting outfielder for Omaha. First pitch of the second, shot foul on the ground down the first baseline. Gentry last year, 121 games with Omaha. Hit .251 with 16 home runs. The 0-1 pitch bites just off the outside edge, and it's even a ball to strike. 59 runs batted in for Gentry 1 year ago. Noland, a nice, relaxed delivery. Breaking ball over the plate, popped up into shallow center field. James Triantos backpedaling, called off by Alcantara, the center fielder. And Kevin will take care of that. A routine fly ball for out number 1. And the wind is blowing out to center field. If you drive a ball in between the power alleys to center, it's going to have some carry, but he got under that ball significantly. I think Alcantara's was a little bit aided by the wind, the fly out to the wall to end the first. Here's O'Keefe, the catcher. Right-handed hitter, checks his swing on a breaking ball, down and away, ball 1. Keefe hit 281, 18 bombs, 58 batted in 72 games with the Storm Chasers in 2024. Noland offers and a big swing and a miss. Pumped that one by him at 91. And a lot of this Omaha roster was part of that team that made it to the AAA championship game. Swing and a miss again. Tied him up in knots on the inside corner, did Noland. So ball 2 strikes on the Omaha catcher with one down in the second. No score early on opening night. Noland fires. Swing and a miss. Ballesteros will send that around the horn. Another strikeout for Noland, his third. The right-hander off to a fantastic start so far here in 2025. The Renewal by Anderson Strikeout Cancer Campaign to benefit the American Cancer Society. For every strikeout recorded by an iCubs pitcher throughout this season, Renewal by Anderson will make a $5 contribution to the American Cancer Society. Nick Prado with 2 outs takes down and in for ball 1. The American Cancer Society works to improve the lives of people with cancer and their families through advocacy, research, and patient support to ensure everyone has an opportunity to prevent, detect, treat, and survive cancer. Noland home and a ball ripped foul on the ground, pass first, down through the Omaha bullpen and handled by one of the catchers out there. Evens the count at a ball and a strike on Prado. He played 115 games with Omaha 1 year ago. 1-1, he's down and inside, picked on a bounce by Ballesteros. He had 242, 16 home runs, and 61 runs batted in. And Prado has been a long time Omaha Storm Chaser. 8th professional season overall with the Royals. The 2-1 is tapped softly toward first. That'll hook foul toward the first base coach over there. And get Noland to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Prado, 26 years old. Former first-round pick back in 2017. In a battle with Connor Noland. No score in the second. 2 gone the pitch. Shot the other way on the ground. Moving to his right. Bobbled by Dixon Machado. Picks it up cleanly the second time and fires to first in time to end the inning. Good stick-to-itiveness that time by Dixon Machado. A 1-2-3 inning for Connor Noland, and we are halfway through the second inning on opening night. No score between Omaha and the Iowa Cubs on the Iowa Cubs Broadcast Network.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
It's Truck Month with the Ford crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They're all Ford trucks. And they're built Ford tough?
Also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I knew it.
Based on 1977 to 2024 CY Industry reported total sales.
Looking for the perfect home? Artisan Management Group has you covered at Cityville on 9, the Iowa Cubs home away from home. With a resort-style pool, state-of-the-art fitness center, and an expansive dog park, they've got all the bases covered. Choose a studio, 1, 2, or 3-bedroom apartments, all just a home run distance from Principal Park. Find your perfect place at cityvilleon9.com or explore all their communities at artisanmanagementgroup.com. Cityville on 9. Live well, live artisan.
I'm Darius Hill, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs Baseball on
Off the bottom of the second, no score early on between the iCubs and Omaha. First pitch lefty on lefty, up and in, and Ballesteros leans out of the way of ball 1. Tyson Guerrero, the starter for Omaha, gave up a leadoff single in the first, then got a caught stealing and faced the minimum. 1-0, line the other way, a lot of room over there, and down for a base hit. Racing over to cut it off near the line is Rave. Ballesteros, a big turn at first, but he will be satisfied with a single. Good piece of hitting by Moises Ballesteros. Took it the other way. They had played him to pull, and there was all kinds of room down the left field line. So second straight inning with a leadoff single for the I-Cubs. This time they're hoping to do something with it. And it's Ben Cowles, the shortstop, in on the right side. Guerrero out of the stretch. First pitch up and away, ball one at 85 miles per hour. Guerrero, four-seam fastball, a sinker. Got a slider and a curveball as well as a changeup. Kicks the leg in the air. Home with the 1-0, big swing and a miss by Cowles. Maybe chased a little bit upstairs that time. And it's even 1-1. Cowles, acquired from the New York Yankees, split his time last year between Somerset and Tennessee at the AA level. And the 1-1 is in the dirt. Good block by O'Keefe. And that'll keep Ballesteros over at first. A lot of folks around baseball very high on Ben Cowles. Currently ranked the number 22 prospect in the Cubs system. Part of the Mark Leiter Jr. trade. Hitters count for him, and he drives the ball deep center field, sending Waters back, turning around. Goodbye. The first I-Cubs home run of 25, courtesy of Ben Cowles, and it's 2-0 Iowa. Well, not a bad way to introduce yourself to the home crowd here in Des Moines. Ben Cowles got a hitter's count, and he got a mistake from Guerrero. He had 9 home runs last year combined at AA, and he's got a home run on opening night here in AAA. That'll bring up James Triantos, 2-0 I-Cubs. And Triantos has to jump out of the way of an inside fastball, ball one. That homer, another Walter Roofing Rescue Rehab Rehome round tripper. As the 1-0 to Triantos breaks to the outside corner to even the count. Remember, for every 4-bagger the I-Cubs hit this season, Walter Roofing will donate $4 to Rescue Rehab Rehome, a foster-based non-kill dog and animal shelter right here in Des Moines. Bouncing ball up the middle off of Triantos' bat into center field. It's a single for James Triantos, and the second inning begins with 3 consecutive hits. 4 hits in total for the Iowa Cubs off of Guerrero, and they'll try and restart the rally here with a 2-0 lead. Good speed at first for Jonathan Long, the first baseman. Walter Roofing, one of the premier roofing companies in the metro area, and they do it all in honor of their pit bull, Walter. First pitch to Jonathan Long. First baseman takes a strike. For more information on Walter Roofing and all the local nonprofits they support, visit walterbuilds.com. 2-0 I-Cubs in the second on a blast by Ben Cowles. Jonathan Long swinging away, drives the ball toward right. That'll hook foul. A couple of fans down there give chase. And it's quickly 0-2 on Jonathan Long. But what a swing of the bat by Cowles. Again, the wind blowing out to center. He hit it hard enough in the air. It's going to go. 0-2. Upstairs and off the outside corner. 1 strikeout so far for Guerrero. By the way, the numbers 105 off the bat for Cowles, 411 feet. On that blast. Long takes up and away, and it's even 2-2. So good start to this one for the Iowa Cubs. Connor Noland has been sharp. 3 straight hits, including a 2-run home run to begin the second. Break-even pitch to Long. Triantos is running. Pitches a breaking ball outside. Throw to second, not nearly in time, and Triantos swipes a base. Something he can do and something this lineup has plenty of. Good hitters and then guys who can create some chaos on the bases. Stole 47 bases a year ago. Now he's in scoring position for Long, who has worked this from 0-2 to 3-2. Out of the stretch, Guerrero. Ball popped up foul over the Omaha dugout and out of the ballpark on the first base side toward the Rivers in right field. Long will see another. They're making Guerrero work here in the second. He's up to 27 pitches. Still looking for his first out of the frame. 3-2 again. Ground ball foul toward the Iowa dugout, and it clings off the front of that dugout as Long continues to put up a fight. Jonathan Long, 46 games with AA Tennessee last year. Waits for the 3-2 pitch and takes a called third strike at the knees. Good pitch by Guerrero for out number one. So after 3 straight reach to begin the inning, Guerrero gets his second strikeout. Good at bat, though, by Jonathan Long. That one could pay dividends later on. And here is the veteran designated hitter, Carlos Perez. Well-traveled. First pitch to the righty, a breaking ball backs up over the plate for a strike. Last year in Las Vegas, Perez, 112 games, hit .260 with 27 long balls. Drove in 77. He's got Triantos out at second. The 0-1 pitch popped up right side, foul ground. Nick Prado coming in. He's on the warning track, moving back toward the field of play and makes the catch with plenty of room to spare. And there are 2 gone suddenly in the Iowa Cubs' second inning. So they had 3 straight hits. A Ballesteros single, a home run by Cowles, then a single by Triantos, but then Long struck out and Perez popped out, and Triantos still there at second with 2 gone for Dixon Machado. He's over at the hot quarter today. Machado, another one of those well-traveled veterans who has a lot of experience with the Iowa Cubs. Last year, he was in Sugar Land at .222, 3 home runs and 22 runs batted in. We'll see if the iCubs can come up with something with 2 outs here to add to the lead. Currently 2-0 on the Ben Cowles home run, first home run of the year for the iCubs. The check of Triantos. He's breaking for third. The pitch is outside. The throw to third is late. And James Triantos with a couple of stolen bases after his single earlier in this inning has slowly moved his way all the way to third base. Same scenario here. A batted ball scores a run, but now the wild pitch or the pass ball would factor in as well as a way to get a run in. Guerrero stays out of the stretch. Line drive up the middle towards center. Waters coming in, makes a running, leaning grab. And the Iowa Cubs' second inning is over. However, they have the lead. They scored 2 runs on 3 hits. The big one, a 2-run shot by Cowles. And after 2, it's the Iowa Cubs 2, the Omaha Storm Chasers nothing on the Iowa Cubs Broadcast Network.
A 10-game flex pack is the perfect way to experience all of the fun of an Iowa Cubs game at Principal Park while not being tied to a set of dates. Create a customized experience just for you. Use all 10 tickets for one game or mix and match them over multiple visits. The choice is yours. Flex pack tickets are good for any game all season long. Visit iowacubs.com to get yours today.
Make more memories together this summer. Whether you're celebrating a special occasion with friends and family, hosting clients, or treating your staff, take them to Principal Park for an unforgettable time. Groups of 25 or more qualify for reduced prices. Come eat, drink, and watch baseball as a group for as low as $7 per ticket. Visit iowacubs.com to book your outing and ask about adding on a unique group experience.
Best tailgate? It's gotta be burgers and an ice cold Coke.
Real football y pollo asado.
Hoops and wings. Dude, subs.
Nah, hot dog.
No, Dodger dog.
I'll drink to that. Pass me a Coke. It's gotta be crawfish. Mac and cheese.
No. 7-layer dip. Ribs. No contest.
Hummus.
What?
You need a hot grill and an ice cold Coke.
Of course.
Football and Coke. Come on.
It's got to be Coke.
Game day? Race day.
Calls for Coke. You know it.
It's Tailgate 101.
I'm Connor Nolan, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs Baseball on Hope 940.
Connor Dolan back out to the mound for a third inning of work. This time he does it with a lead. 2-0 Iowa after a 2-run home run from Ben Cowles at the bottom of the second. You want to talk about speed? Tyler Tolbert will stand in for Omaha to lead off the third. He looks at a first pitch strike. 90-mile-an-hour fastball from Nolan. Tolbert hit 141 last year in 27 games with the Storm Chasers, drove in 3 runs. This guy can fly. Waits for the 0-1 pitch, and that's in the dirt off the outside corner for ball 1. It'll be Tolbert followed by Cam Devaney, and then back to the top of the order. Here in the Omaha third. Infield deep and straight up all the way around. 1-1 sent home by Nolan. Swing and a miss. Good biting slider off the outside corner. Gets him in front, 1-2. The Iowa Cubs with 4 hits already. On the other hand, Omaha looking for their first. 1 base runner on a 2-out walk in the first inning. 2-strike pitch. Breaks down and away. Tolbert spits on it, and it's even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not a guy you want on to start an inning. Break-even pitch. Ground ball foul back behind home plate toward the camera well. It's one of those guys like James Triantos, who we saw wreak some havoc on the bases in the bottom of the last inning. If he gets on to open an inning, it opens up a bunch of possibilities. Another 2-2 pitch. Down and away. He's able to lay off, and he's worked it full. So big pitch coming up here to start the inning. Tolbert hit .308 in spring training this year with a big league club. Stole 7 bases. Big part of his game. So a relatively big payoff pitch to open the third. It's tapped softly left side of the infield. That's going to be a problem. It'll stay fair on the grass. Connor Nolan gloves it, and you've got no chance at all to get Tyler Tolbert on a ball like that. An infield hit is the first of the year for the Omaha Storm Chasers. So that'll bring Cam Devaney to the plate, shortstop for Omaha, the number 9 hitter. And he will have Tolbert on in front of him, a guy who has a great chance to get into scoring position. He was, to no surprise, named the Royals base runner of the year last year, and he draws a throw from Connor Nolan right away, one of 2 that you can work with as a pitcher. It was the 3rd time in the last 4 years he had won their honor as the base runner of the year, named after Willie Wilson. He's taken off early. A great jump. Pitch called a strike. There will not be a throw to second. He had that stolen right away. As soon as Nolan lifted his leg, Tolbert took off, and he is in scoring position. Devaney now can do a job here and get a runner to third just by hitting the ball the other way. As Nolan comes home, a ball hooked foul, third base line. Got a breaking ball out over the plate, and as much as he may want to go the other way, in this spot, get a ball like that, he turned on it, just got too far out in front. 48 stolen bases last year for Tyler Tolbert. Got to watch him out at second as well. He'll take third. 2-strike pitch to Devaney. In the dirt, blocked by Ballesteros, who stares Tolbert back to second. Base hit almost certainly scores a run. 2-strike pitch, though. Strikes out Devaney swinging. Connor Nolan with a big punch out for the first out of the third inning. His 4th tonight. Back to the top of this Omaha lineup, and John Rave, who grounded out on the first pitch of the ballgame. In at third is Machado. The rest of the infield back and hooked around to the right side. Tolbert dances. Nolan ignores him and comes home, missing down and inside. We're talking about Tyler Tolbert. He is part of a very athletic family. He is cousins with Josh Dobbs, NFL quarterback, formerly at Tennessee. There's a move back towards second by Nolan. Tolbert not fooled, able to get back standing up without a throw. From the belt, Nolan staring back at Tolbert, comes home and pounds the bottom of the zone right down the center part of the plate at the knees Rave shaking his head a bit as he steps out of the box. And it evens up at a ball and a strike. 2-0 I-Cubs in the third. Pitch to Rave a little bit inside. Looks like Nolan wants to challenge that pitch. He looked in for a long time. And they are going to challenge that pitch being called a ball. Everybody turns their attention to the video board, and that pitch was a ball. Not by much. A little bit off the corner, so one challenge remains for the Iowa Cubs. You get two, and as long as you get the challenge right, you keep two. Well, they lost that one, and so down to one for the remainder of the game. Nolan to Rave. Breaking ball, down and away. Now 3 balls and a strike with the man on second and 1 out in the Omaha third. 2-0 Iowa. Big hole on the left side for Rave. Hitters count for him. Here it comes, and that misses off the outside corner, ball 4. Tried a backdoor slider and almost got it there. But that'll be the second walk for Nolan, and there are 2 on with 1 out for Drew Waters, the center fielder, who struck out his first time up. So Nolan in a bit of trouble for the first time tonight. Faces another left-handed hitter. He comes home, and a breaking ball tapped into the mid of Ballesteros for strike 1. Nolan just shy of 50 pitches. He'd love a ground ball here. Runners go. The pitch swung out and missed. Throw to third is airmailed into left field. Tolbert pops to his feet, and he is going to score. It'll be a double steal and then a throwing error on Ballesteros. And Tolbert creating some of that chaos I alluded to on the bases. He steals third, his second stolen base on that trip, and then scores on the air by Ballesteros. Rave also with a stolen base. He stayed at second. The ball ended up at the feet of Christian Franklin in left field. That one just sailed into fair territory. 2-strike pitch to Waters. Breaking ball outside again. Didn't miss by much. Ball 1 and strike 2 on the 2-hitting center fielder. Ballesteros had a shot at Tolbert. It was a good pitch to throw on. It just sailed on it. Nolan works quickly. Comes home and a ball grounded foul toward the first base coach on Omaha's side. That'll be sent into the dugout. Looks like Bijan Rademacher over there coaching first. Cowell's holding the runner at second. Nolan with 2 strikes again, and he darts a changeup off the outside corner away. So it's even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tying run at second with 1 gone. Waters swings at a breaking ball and rolls it softly first base side and foul again. Take a break here and adjust the batting gloves, pacing around the box. And tomorrow a 3:08 start in game 2. Chandler Champlain will throw for Omaha against lefty Jordan Wicks of the Iowa Cubs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's on the way, and it misses a little bit low, ball 3. Nolan with some near misses here in the third that have been costly. He ended up walking Rave on a number of close pitches, including one he unsuccessfully challenged. So now a payoff pitch. On the way, check swing and a miss. Ball rolling away from Ballesteros, but advancing to third on the play was Rave on a wild pitch. So another strikeout for Nolan. That's his 5th of the game. The tying run now 90 feet away on the wild pitch. Looked for a moment like maybe it was a foul ball, but the home plate umpire signaled right away, no, that's a strikeout and a wild pitch. Ben Phillips all over it. So with 2 outs, here's Nick Lofton. He worked a walk in the first. Runner leads at third. First pitch, pop in the mid of Ballesteros, but outside, ball 1. Some light movement down the left field line in the Iowa Cubs bullpen. Nobody throwing quite yet as the 1-0 comes home. Bouncing ball over the mound to short. Ben Cowles is there near the base. He'll throw it low, but it's dug out of there by Jonathan Long. And the inning comes to an end. So the base running of the Omaha Storm Chasers gets them on the board in the third. No runs on a hit, one error, and one man left on base. We played 2.5 at Principal Park on opening night. It's the iCubs 2, Omaha 1 on the iCubs Broadcast Network.
Escape to paradise at Principal Park for Margaritaville night on Friday, June 14th. Enjoy a night of island vibes with a live performance by Banana Wind, a Hawaiian t-shirt giveaway to the first 1,000 fans, and the ultimate feast, a cheeseburger and margarita special. Kick back, soak up the summer fun, and enjoy baseball with a tropical twist. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
Get ready for 2 nights of live music at Principal Park. Join us Friday, May 23rd for a rock show featuring the Pork Tornadoes, Damon Dotson, and Punching Pandas. Then on Saturday, May 24th, country star Craig Campbell takes the stage with Jordan Beam and Brad Morgan. Both shows start at 6 p.m. with gates opening at 5. General admission is just $15 per night or $25 for both. Upgrade to a hospitality package or go all in with a Bud Club table for the ultimate concert experience. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
Looking for the perfect home? Artisan Management Group has you covered at Cityville on 9, the Iowa Cubs home away from home. With a resort-style pool, state-of-the-art fitness center, and an expansive dog park, they've got all the bases covered. Choose a studio, 1, 2, or 3-bedroom apartments, all just a home run distance from Principal Park. Find your perfect place at cityvilleon9.com or explore all their communities at artisanmanagementgroup.com. Cityville on 9. Live well, live artisan.
I'm James Triantos, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs Baseball on Hope 940.
Back to Principal Park, top of the order for the Iowa Cubs in the bottom half of the third. First pitch upstairs to Christian Franklin, ball one. Franklin singled the first pitch he saw in the first inning and was caught stealing. Waits for the 1-0. Checks his swing and missed upstairs again from Tyson Guerrero. So it's 2-0. 2-1 Iowa Cubs on top. Waggling over the shoulder of the bat of Franklin. 2-0 on the way. And he got it off the end of the bat foul up in the air behind home plate. It'll make its way onto the roof of the ballpark. And it's 2-1 on the leadoff man, Franklin. University of Arkansas prospect and product, just like Nolan, the starting pitcher, swings and misses through a fastball, and it's 2-2. Sure, they were a little bit disappointed with the end of that Sweet 16 game last night. Arkansas falling in overtime to Texas Tech. Great basketball game. Maybe the best game of the tournament so far, but don't tell Christian Franklin that. 2-2 home. Swing and a miss, and Guerrero able to punch out the leadoff hitter to begin bottom half of the third. And 2-1, the iCubs lead. Each team has scored in their latest at bat. Then Cowles with a 2-run home run in the second, and then Tyler Tolbert, stolen base, throwing error, got a run in the top of this third inning. Here's Owen Casey with one gone. And it's lefty on lefty, and he checks his swing at a pitch too far inside, ball one. Casey, a strikeout victim his first time up. 3 strikeouts for Guerrero so far. And he comes home again, missing up and in, ball 2. Behind the count to a dangerous hitter. Owen Casey has quickly made his way through the minor leagues. One of the younger players at the level at every stop as he fouls this way down the left field line, making it 2-1. Still just 22 years old. Still got a hitter's count as well, the 2-1 pitch. Upstairs, ball 3, and now in a spot where he can sit on a fastball in a certain location here. This is a guy with light tower power. See what Guerrero does, 3-1. It's on the way. He went to a breaking ball, and it caught the top of the zone to get him back full, 3-2. Good pitch that time in a fastball count. So now the payoff pitch with 1 out. Guerrero fires, and he struck out Casey looking. He went right back to the bender That was the big, slow curveball, and he has started the third with back-to-back strikeouts. So once again, it'll be Alcantara with 2 down. Same situation when he flew out to the wall in right center field to end the first inning. Alcantara holds the bat high. First pitch, another breaking ball. That's working for Guerrero now. He gets on top 0-1. Alcantara, top 100 prospect in baseball, number 6 for the Cubs. The 0-1. That's another strike. Bottom part of the outside corner. Remember, the iCubs only 1 challenge left. And Alcantara in an 0-2 hole. Guerrero looking for a clean inning, and he missed down and away with that offering, trying to get Alcantara to chase. Again, the infield straight up for Alcantara. He was one of 12 position players, 21 years of age or younger, to play at least 30 games in the International League among the 20 teams last year. He's behind the count 1-2. Here comes Guerrero. Check swing and a miss on a pitch at his chin. Alcantara unable to lay off, and Tyson Guerrero with 3 strikeouts in a 1-2-3 third inning. Right through the top of the order, and we head to the 4th. The Iowa Cubs lead 2-1 on opening night over Omaha on the iCubs Broadcast Network.
A 10-game flex pack is the perfect way to experience all of the fun of an Iowa Cubs game at Principal Park while not being tied to a set of dates. Create a customized experience just for you. Use all 10 tickets for one game or mix and match them over multiple visits. The choice is yours. Flex pack tickets are good for any game all season long. Visit iowacubs.com to get yours today.
Looking for the perfect home? Artisan Management Group has you covered at Cityville on 9, the Iowa Cubs home away from home. With a resort-style pool, state-of-the-art fitness center, and an expansive dog park, they've got all the bases covered. Choose studio, 1, 2, or 3-bedroom apartments, all just a home run distance from Principal Park. Find your perfect place at cityvilleon9.com or explore all their communities at artisanmanagementgroup.com. Cityville on 9. Live well, live artisan.
Make more memories together this summer. Whether you're celebrating a special occasion with friends and family, hosting clients, or treating your staff, take them to Principal Park for an unforgettable time. Groups of 25 or more qualify for reduced prices. Come eat, drink, and watch baseball as a group for as low as $7 per ticket. Visit iowacubs.com to book your outing and ask about adding on a unique group experience.
Now back to the ballpark for Iowa Cubs baseball on Hope 940.
Joey Weimer all set to lead off inning number 4. It's a 2-1 Iowa Cubs lead. Here on opening night, the iCubs lost the opener in Omaha last year, 5-4. And Weimer, who struck out at his first at bat, takes a little bit outside from Nolan. Ball 1 at 90 miles per hour. Last opening night win for the iCubs 2 years ago in 2023 against Columbus. 1-0 Weimer, swinging a miss over a good slider. They beat Columbus 11-5 opening night 2023. These are 2 common opponents on opening night because of their proximity, Omaha and Iowa. Ball and a strike to Weimer. He takes another bender down and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike now. A couple of walks for Connor Nolan. 5 strikeouts for the right-hander. He's allowed just 1 hit and infield single. 2-1 to Weimer. It's a strike with a fastball. But yeah, he has not given up solid contact at all. The run that scored came on a couple of stolen bases and a throwing error on that stolen base attempt. So the break-even 2-2 pitch, called strike 3. Weimer goes down looking, and Connor Nolan with punch-out number 6. He has been sharp here early on. Next, he'll get Tyler Gentry, who flew out to center field. Lights are on, shining brightly on a Friday night. Nolan comes home with a sharp bender that misses inside. Didn't quite spin enough to get back to the corner. So it's 1-0 on Gentry. He'll be followed by Brian O'Keefe, the catcher. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. A breaking ball giving Nolan some mileage here as we move into the middle innings. You look at his 6 strikeouts today. It's one shy of his high in an iCubs uniform. 1-1 pitch. Drops a little bit low, and he falls behind in the count once again. Hitters count 2-1. Gentry waits and looks at a pitch downstairs, ball 3. Out of action in the bullpen for the first time. The iCubs have a right-hander up, and that is Brooks Kriske beginning to toss a baseball as the 3-1 comes home to Tyler Gentry. He turns on a breaking ball, hits it in the air toward left, giving it a ride. Franklin going back on the warning track, turning around, and it's off the base of the wall. Franklin will send it in towards third, but that's a double for Gentry with 1 out of the 4th. He's really the only player, and I say he is the only player in this game to get the ball in the air off of Connor Nolan tonight. He flew out to center in the second, and now a double off the base of the wall and left. First extra base hit for Omaha. Tying run at second with 1 away for Brian O'Keefe, the catcher. Struck out his first time up. The right-handed hitter cuts through a Nolan fastball for strike 1. And Nolan struck out 7 a couple of times last year, once against Indianapolis, once against Toledo. He has 6 tonight. O'Keefe with a bat on his shoulder takes low and away. Capitol Building aglow as nighttime has fallen here on opening night. Good crowd for March 28th. Again, the earliest start to a minor league season since 1951. 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air toward left. A line drive toward Franklin. In the gap, he reaches up, runs it down. And back to second goes Gentry. That ball had some carry on it because of the wind. And a fairly hard-hit baseball from O'Keefe. That's the second out and brings Nick Prado to the plate. Prado bounced to third his first time up. Big left-handed hitter. Nolan stranded a runner in each the first and third innings. Now try to do it again in the 4th. Keep the iCubs on top 2-1. First pitch to the lefty, Prado. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. 70th pitch of the game for Connor Nolan. 40 have been strikes. Get the feeling this is probably his final inning, maybe his final hitter. Sends the 0-1 on the way to the plate. It's outside where Ballesteros wanted it. And evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Just a beautiful night. Buzz of the crowd back in this ballpark. It was snowing a week ago here in Des Moines. Nolan deals. Line drive, hard hit center field. Alcantara giving chase. He backpedals, turns, and makes the catch to end the inning. Couple of hard hit baseballs in the 4th, including the double by Tyler Gentry. But Omaha comes up empty. No runs on a hit, 1 man left. We head to the bottom of the 4th through 3.5. It's the iCubs 2 and Omaha 1 on the Iowa Cubs Broadcast Network.
Escape to paradise at Principal Park for Margaritaville night on Friday, June 14th. Enjoy a night of island vibes with a live performance by Banana Wind, a Hawaiian t-shirt giveaway to the first 1,000 fans, and the ultimate feast, a cheeseburger and margarita special. Kick back, soak up the summer fun, and enjoy baseball with a tropical twist. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
Best tailgate? It's gotta be burgers and an ice cold Coke.
Real football y pollo asado.
Hoops and wings. Chips, subs.
Nah, hot dog.
No, Dodger dog.
I'll drink to that. Pass me a Coke. It's gotta be crawfish. Mac and cheese. No. 7-layer dip. Ribs. No contest.
Hummus. What? You need a hot grill and an ice cold Coke.
Of course.
Football and Coke. Come on.
It's got to be Coke.
Game day? Race day.
Calls for Coke. You know it.
It's Tailgate 101.
Get ready for 2 nights of live music at Principal Park. Join us Friday, May 23rd for a rock show featuring the Pork Tornadoes, Damon Dotson, and Punching Pandas. Then on Saturday, May 24th, country star Craig Campbell takes the stage with Jordan Beam and Brad Morgan. Both shows start at 6 p.m. with gates opening at 5. General admission is just $15 per night or $25 for both. Upgrade to a hospitality package or go all in with a Bud Club table for the ultimate concert experience. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
Let's get back to Iowa Cubs baseball on Hope 940 with Jason Kemp.
Good one, Bruin on opening night. 2-1 the I-Cubs in front of the Omaha Storm Chasers. Dominant inning last time out for Tyson Guerrero. Struck out the side through the top three hitters in this lineup, and now Moises Ballesteros set to lead off in the fourth. This part of the order, Ballesteros, Cowles, and Triantos went 3 for 3 off Guerrero the first time around. Ballesteros swinging to the first pitch. Launches one to the gap in right center field. This is going to carry him off the wall on one bounce. Quickly played by Waters, but Ballesteros chugs into second with a double. And Moises Ballesteros off to a 2 for 2 start with a double here in 2025. That ball jumped off the young catcher's bat. Waters never had a chance. It hit the warning track about a foot in front of the outfield wall. And Waters played it well. That ball got out there very quickly, but Ballesteros with extra bases. And now Ben Cowles homered his first time up. The right-handed hitter takes off the outside corner, ball one. Kriske still throwing in the I-Cubs pen. It certainly looks like he will have the fifth. 1-0 to Cowles. This is a jam job, one hop deep into the hole at short. Devaney, a long throw across the diamond on the money. And Cowles retired. Ballesteros has to freeze at second base. Now one away for James Triantos. Triantos had the third of that three-hit sequence back in the second. He then stole second and third base before he was stranded there by Guerrero. Got a strikeout, a pop-out, and a line drive to get out of trouble. 2-1 I-Cubs. Here the fourth, one out, a man on second. Triantos squats into the box right side. And a bender dances off the inside corner from Guerrero for ball one. Guerrero has been very efficient tonight. 51 pitches on the docket for the southpaw so far. Brief look at Ballesteros. Comes home out of the stretch, and Triantos grounds it toward the on-deck circle where Jonathan Long barehanded it. By the way, we've got an email address here in the booth this year, broadcast@iowacubs.com. If you have a comment or a question, we'd love to hear from you. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Triantos. He goes up to get it and pops it high into the night sky behind home plate. A foul ball makes it 1-2. Again, that's broadcast, BROADCAST, at iowacubs.com. The email directly here into the booth. Outfield playing Triantos to go the other way. The infield slightly to pull as the 1-2 is offered. Check swing called, strike three. A backup slider for Guerrero gets him the second out, and he has suddenly started to rack up strikeouts in quick fashion. He had 2 through the first 2 innings. All of a sudden, he's got 6. And with 2 outs, it's up to Jonathan Long to extend inning number 4 for the Iowa Cubs. They lead 2-1. First pitch to Long in his second at bat, missed outside. Another breaking ball from Guerrero. Long struck out looking his first time up. Great year at AA Tennessee last season. Waits for the 1-0 and takes the same pitch. Breaking ball outside, and it's 2-1. Pardon me, 2-0. Jonathan Long, just a quiet guy, goes about his business. Good hitter. Hitters count, 2-0. Swinging and he was out in front. Got it off the very end of the bat. Rolled it foul behind home plate. He's rated coming into the year the number 13 prospect in the Cubs system, according to MLB.com. Yet he started last year in High A South Bend. Got to Knoxville, or Tennessee at the time, and was great. 2-1 pitch. Jammed him a bit. Fly ball, shallow right, charging in hard Gentry, and he is cut off by the center fielder Waters, who streaks in front of him to make the catch, and that's how the inning ends. The I-Cubs unable to do anything with a leadoff double from Moises Ballesteros. They leave him in scoring position. We'll head to the fifth. The I-Cubs will go to the bullpen, and they will do so with a 2-1 lead on the I-Cubs broadcast network.
Great news. 2025 Iowa Cubs season tickets are still available, and there's no better place to spend your summer than out at the ballpark. You'll get access to the best seats at the best price, free parking, invitation to member-only events, and so much more. Let's take your fandom to the next level and become a season ticket member today. Call 515-243-6111 or visit iowacubs.com to buy your tickets. We can't wait to see you at Principal Park.
Cubs fans, it's time to bring down the house with Extreme, powered by Mediacom. With internet speeds up to an amazing 1 gig and supercharged whole home Wi-Fi. You'll turn your house into the hottest hotspot on the block. Play with no limits. Stream with no worries. Speed into a new dimension of power and reliability. And get ready to feel extreme. Powered by Mediacom.
A 10-game flex pack is the perfect way to experience all of the fun of an Iowa Cubs game at Principal Park while not being tied to a set of dates. Create a customized experience just for you. Use all 10 tickets for one game or mix and match them over multiple visits. The choice is yours. Flex pack tickets are good for any game all season long. Visit iowacubs.com to get yours today.
Iowa Cubs baseball lives here on Hope 940. And now, Jason Kemp.
The Iowa Cubs have gone to the bullpen for the first time this season. Connor Noland is finished after 4 quality innings, and right-handed Brooks Kriske will replace him. 6'3", 205-pound, 31-year-old. Kriske signing in November with the Cubs. First batter he faces is Tyler Tolbert. Kriske out of the stretch. Tolbert shows bunt, pulls back, and takes outside. By the way, this pitching change brought to you by Plumbers and Steam Fitters. More on that in a moment. First, the 1-0 to Tolbert. Swing and a miss, and it's even a ball to strike. In today's business climate, you need partners you can trust and that care about you and your company as well as your customers. Partners like Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local Union number 33. Tolbert waits for the 1-1 pitch and fouled it straight back to the screen. Local Union number 33 finds the right people, trains them well, and supplies them with a reliable workforce. For more information, log on to ualocal33.org. Plumbers and Steam Fitters, proud sponsor of pitching changes on the Iowa Cubs radio network, proud partner of the Iowa Cubs. Tolbert with great speed has scored the only run today for Omaha after an infield hit in the third, and Kriske bounced one up there. Maybe tried to throw it a little bit too hard, and it's even 2-2. Connor Noland, 4 innings, 1 run allowed, 2 hits. He walked a couple and struck out 6. He will not factor in the decision. Kriske even on Tolbert. Comes home, swing and a miss. Got him with a changeup. Tolbert lunging at it, and Kriske strikes out the first batter he faces in relief. Kriske pitched 6 times in big league spring training this year. He opened last season in the Reds organization with Louisville, 5-0 with a 3.10 ERA, and then was signed by Baltimore, finished the campaign in Norfolk. With 1 out, Cam Devaney, the batter. He swings late, foul taps a 94-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 1. Devaney, a strikeout victim his first time up. Kriske, with all of the youth, prospect-wise, we've talked about position player side. Alcantara, Ballesteros, Triantos, Casey, etc. This pitch bounces in front of home plate again, and it's an easy take that time for Devaney. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Cade Horton on the pitching side. Jack Neely. You also have some veteran presence. Brooks Kriske, Chris Flexen, who will throw on Sunday, Trevor Richards. A lot of experience down there as well as the 1-1 from Kriske misses high. 2 balls and a strike on the 9-hitter Devaney. Top of the order, John Rave on deck for Omaha. Infield straight up, outfield to go the other way. And the 2-1 turned on, hit high in the air toward left, curling toward the foul pole, and it is a foul ball. A long and loud foul ball off the bat of Cam Devaney, who got a breaking ball out over the plate and hit a monstrous, towering fly ball that kept on hooking wide of the pole. Umpires took a good long look at that one before eventually waving it foul. And it's 2-2 on Devaney. Krisky home. Check swing, tapped foul on the ground. That was an emergency cut by Cam Devaney. Just did enough to stay alive and see another pitch. The bullpen quiet for Omaha. Again, Guerrero has been incredibly efficient here in game one. Another 2-2 to Devaney. Missed downstairs, and it's full. Devaney with a good at-bat after striking out first time around against Connor Nolan. Knees bent for Krisky. The payoff pitch, and he dropped one in for a called third strike. That'll be challenged immediately by Devaney, who is already walking toward first. Now he stops about a quarter of the way down the line. And we'll see if it's ball 4 or strike 3. It was strike 3. It just clipped the bottom of the zone, and Devaney, with his hands on his knees, staring at the video board, can't believe it. And that pitch, just barely nicked the bottom of the strike zone. If the part of the ball without the laces was there, that may not have been a strike. But as it is, Brooks Krisky with 2 strikeouts to begin this relief outing. Top of the order, John Ray with 2 gone. A 2-1 Iowa Cubs lead. The first pitch from Krisky is outside. Rave has walked and grounded to first today. Next pitch, foul back to the screen. Had a good cut at that one. And Omaha, International League champions a year ago, knocked off Columbus in a winner-take-all Game 3. Rave was selected as the Omaha Hitter of the Year last year. Waits for the 1-1, and that bites out a chunk of the inside corner to put Krisky in front, a ball and 2 strikes. Krisky trying to strike out the side here in the 5th. The Iowa Cubs holding on to a 2-1 lead. Ben Cowell's home run back in the 2nd, providing all of their offense. Rave ready. So is Krisky. A changeup. Tap back to the mound. Brooks takes care of it underhands to first, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 for Brooks Krisky out of the bullpen in the 5th. We're halfway home on a Friday night to open the 2025 season. The iCubs lead Omaha 2-1. We'll have more action for Principal Park coming up on the Iowa Cubs Broadcast Network.
Want a burger that jumps out at you? Then Zombie Burger and Drink Lab is the place to go. Zombie Burger is the home of the famous gourmet bashed burger, a custom 3-cut beef blend that's smashed on the grill for a crispy edge that seals in the flavor. There are more than 25 signature burgers, and sandwiches are topped with everything: guacamole, cheese curds, you name it. Zombie Burger has it. Remember, any burger can be ordered with a vegetarian or vegan patty. Need your zombie fast? Order online at zombieburgerdm.com or visit Zombie Burger in downtown Des Moines, just blocks from Principal Park and Jordan Creek Mall. Zombie Burger, it's a no-brainer.
Make more memories together this summer. Whether you're celebrating a special occasion with friends and family, hosting clients, or treating your staff, take them to Principal Park for an unforgettable time. Groups of 25 or more qualify for reduced prices. Come eat, drink, and watch baseball as a group for as low as $7 per ticket. Visit iowacubs.com to book your outing and ask about adding on a unique group experience.
Escape to paradise at Principal Park for Margaritaville night on Friday, June 14th. Enjoy a night of island vibes with a live performance by Banana Wind, a Hawaiian t-shirt giveaway to the first 1,000 fans, and the ultimate feast, a cheeseburger and margarita special. Kick back, soak up the summer fun, and enjoy baseball with a tropical twist. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
More Iowa Cubs baseball with Jason Kemp on Hope 940.
Still 2-1, the Iowa Cubs on top here on opening night. We open the bottom of the 5th with Carlos Perez, the DH, leading off. A couple of emails to get to here. Again, broadcast at iowacubs.com, the place to send a note. Got a couple of submissions already. Perez, the right-handed hitter, takes a bender from Guerrero High to begin the fifth. Ball one. Morgan in Winnipeg, Manitoba tuned in. Says hello. Hello, Morgan. Breaking ball over for a strike, and it's even 1-1 on Perez. Also, Avery in Charleston, South Carolina. So happy baseball season is back. We could not agree more. The lefty home of the 1-1 pitch upstairs again to Perez. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Again, that's broadcast at iwacubs.com. Everybody straight up defensively for Perez. 2-1 pitch, darts down and in, and he's worked it to a ball 3 and 1 strike count. And Perez, longtime minor league baseball player, some cups of coffee in the big leagues, 34 years old. 3-1 count, and he takes ball 4. And Perez on base to start the fifth. The I-Cubs have certainly had their share of base runners tonight. Only once have they been set down in order. That was the third when Guerrero struck out the side. So here's the 9-hitter Dixon Machado now with Perez aboard. Machado lined out to center, stranding Triantos at second in the second. Right-handed hitter squares to bunt, pulls back, and takes a fastball high and tight. And now the catcher, Brian O'Keefe, is going to keep on walking out to the mound, and he wants to chat with Guerrero. By the way, both runs tonight for the I-Cubs brought home by the Ben Cowles home run, and those runs brought to you by Mid-American Energy, who wants you to be safe at home, too. Be sure to check out MidAmericanEnergy.com for tips on how you can be safe in your home when it comes to electricity, natural gas, digging on your property, and more. Be safe at home with Mid-American Energy. O'Keefe with a quick chat, broken up by the home plate umpire, Ben Phillips. Now back behind home plate. 1-0 on Machado, who again showed bunt on the first pitch. Took it for ball 1. You don't have great speed at first as Machado hits a ground ball fair inside the third base bag. That's down the line into the bullpen. It ricochets back past the left fielder, Rave. Around third, here comes Perez. He'll score without a throw. And it's an RBI double down the left field line for Dixon Machado. The I-Cubs lead 3-1. Now that ball just inside of third base, and it hit where the wall juts out behind the I-Cubs bullpen, and it bounced at an angle with enough speed on it that Rave overran it a bit. And that allowed Perez to score easily. And Machado with his first IBR of the year, he's at second for Christian Franklin. And Christian looks at a strike on the breaking ball. 0-1 to the leadoff hitter, 1 for 2. 3-1. Iowa Cubs on top here on opening night. 1 strike delivery for Franklin in his AAA debut. Hard ground ball once again down the third base line, but this time just foul. He almost got that over the corner of the base. And, of course, if the ball crosses over any part of the base, it's a fair ball. He hit it hard. But that one just foul. The I-Cubs suddenly wearing out that third baseline here in the fifth. And suddenly Guerrero up near 70 pitches. He's had to do a lot of work the last 2 innings. 2-strike pitch to Franklin. A little bit high with a heater at 91. Ball 1 and strike 2. Machado, big lead at second. Pitch comes home. Franklin drops the barrel on it, drives it to deep left. Rave going back at the wall, looking up, and it's off the top of the wall. A good read by Machado will allow him to score without a throw. Back-to-back RBI doubles. This one from Christian Franklin, and the I-Cubs on top 4-1. I said, if you hit a ball in the air with any kind of barrel on it, it is going to carry tonight. The wind's still pushing out that way. And Franklin got plenty of that one. Hit it high off the wall out there in left center field. Back-to-back doubles after the leadoff walk by Perez. And now a visit to the mound by pitching coach Dane Johnson of Omaha as the Storm Chasers bullpen will begin to get active. Franklin with a nice start to the season, 2 for 3 with an RBI double now. And Owen Casey, who has struck out twice tonight, will get an opportunity to continue the damage. Now, Guerrero has had 2 innings like this, and that one dominant inning in the third. In the second inning, he gave up 3 straight hits. Only allowed 2 runs, though, on the one swing by Cowles. In this inning, it was a walk to Perez, and then back-to-back RBI doubles from Machado and Franklin that have brought him into some trouble. So the lefty Owen Casey, after the conversation out on the mound, will step into the batter's box, standing tall. Franklin, good speed at second. A long look at him, and now Guerrero gives him an extra look, turning back towards second. He holds on to the baseball. A lot of room on the left side of the infield as they shift Casey to pull. Here's the first pitch. Lefty on lefty, and a breaking ball is scooped the other way into the seats on the third base side, strike one. Owen Casey, of course, a native of Burlington, Ontario, Canada. Guerrero home. He found the outside black, and it's 0-2. Casey not thrilled with the strike call that time. And again, the I-Cubs only one challenge remaining. Not going to use it here as the 0-2 pitch is offered. Runner breaks for third, then stops, and Casey fouls it back. Franklin had a notion there that he wanted to run, but didn't quite feel confident enough to pull the trigger. Iowa Cubs have 7 hits now, and 4 of those for extra bases, 3 doubles and a home run. Their 2-strike pitch to Owen Casey, down and away, tried to get him to chase. He would not. Owen Casey, another one of those top 100 prospects here in Des Moines to begin the year, number 54, number 3 for the Cubs. Great year last year. Waits for the 1-2, and that one caught him on the right hand. And you hold your breath as he slowly makes his way toward first, flexing the fingers of his right hand. That was a 91-mile-an-hour fastball, and it came in hot and in a hurry. He's making his way to first. It appears to be all right. That's going to be it for Tyson Guerrero, and we'll have another Plumbers and Steamfitters pitching change. Today's business climate, you need partners you can trust and that care about you and your company as well as your customers. Partners like Plumbers and Steamfitters Local Union number 33. Local Union number 33 finds the right people, trains them well, and supplies them with a reliable workforce. For more information, log on to ualocal33.org. Plumbers and Steamfitters, proud sponsor of pitching changes on the Iowa Cubs radio network, proud partner of the Iowa Cubs. An Omaha pitching change with a couple of men on base, nobody out, and a 4-1 lead for the I-Cubs here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back with more on the Iowa Cubs broadcast network.
Get ready for 2 nights of live music at Principal Park. Join us Friday, May 23rd for a rock show featuring the Pork Tornadoes, Damon Dotson, and Punching Pandas. Then on Saturday, May 24th, country star Craig Campbell takes the stage with Jordan Beam and Brad Morgan. Both shows start at 6 p.m. with gates opening at 5. General admission is just $15 per night or $25 for both. Upgrade to a hospitality package or go all in with a Bud Club table for the ultimate concert experience. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
Best tailgate? It's gotta be burgers and an ice cold Coke.
Real football y pollo asado.
Hoops and wings. It's subs.
Nah, hot dog.
No, Dodger dog.
I'll drink to that. Pass me a Coke. It's gotta be crawfish.
Mac and cheese.
No. 7-layer dip. Ribs.
No contest.
Hummus. What? You need a hot grill and an ice cold Coke.
Of course.
Football and Coke. Come on.
It's got to be Coke.
Game day? Race day.
Calls for Coke. You know it.
It's Tailgate 101.
Get your peanuts ready. Iowa Cubs baseball is back on Hope 940.
Well, the new pitcher for the Omaha Storm Chasers is right-hander Anthony Simonelli. He comes on for Tyson Guerrero with 2 on, nobody out. Already a couple of runs in this inning for the Iowa Cubs, who lead 4-1, and the batter is going to be Kevin Alcantara. Owen Casey stays in the game after being hit on the hand by a pitch. He's at first. The right-hander, Simonelli, to Alcantara. Lifted in the air towards center. A routine fly ball. Waters underneath it makes the catch. Franklin will bluff a tag from second, but he will stay put. So one pitch there for Simonelli, and he gets an out. One away for Moises Ballesteros. 2 for 2 tonight. A single in the second. He came around to score. And then a double in the fourth. Guerrero, his line yet to be completed because he is responsible for the runners. Gave up 7 hits in 4+. First pitch by Simonelli to Ballesteros. Missed outside, ball 1. Currently on the hook for 4 runs. He struck out 6 and walked a batter before giving the baseball to Simonelli, who comes home with a 1-0. And Moises looks at a strike to even the count. Simonelli, 6'2", right-hander, 26 years old, from Blacksburg, Virginia. The 1-1 to Ballesteros. Another called strike gets him on top. 5th professional season, all with Kansas City for Simonelli. Last year, he was in AA Northwest Arkansas and then Omaha for 10 games. Franklin at second, Casey at first. 2-strike pitch, and Ballesteros was fooled and foul-tipped the changeup into the mid of O'Keefe for a strikeout. And good work here so far by Simonelli to get 2 quick outs. Still men on first and second, but 2 gone for Ben Cowles. Cowles with a 2-run home run in the second, grounded to short in the fourth. Right-handed hitter, waves and misses, and it's strike 1 again. He was acquired in the Mark Leiter Jr. trade with the Yankees. Split last year between AA Somerset with the Yankees, AA Tennessee with the Cubs. This is outside 1-1. He had the first RBI of the year, brought to you by System Works. Every run batted in for the iCubs this year benefits Reading Buddies initiative at CFUM. He waits for the 1-1. Runners lead, swinging a foul to the right side. It's now a ball and 2 strikes. Every RBI for an iCubs hitter this year, System Works will make a $5 contribution to CFUM's Readings Buddies program. The acronym CFUM stands for Children and Family Urban Movement, advocating for change to make a positive difference in the lives of those in need. Another 2-strike pitch to Cowles, swinging a miss, strike 3. Simonelli comes in and puts water on the fire, but the iCubs able to strike 2 runs on a couple of hits. RBI doubles for Dixon Machado and Christian Franklin, although the iCubs strand a pair. After 5, they lead 4-1. The Iowa Cubs Broadcast Network.
Great news. 2025 Iowa Cubs season tickets are still available, and there's no better place to spend your summer than out at the ballpark. You'll get access to the best seats at the best price, free parking, invitation to member-only events, and so much more. Let's take your fandom to the next level and become a season ticket member today. Call 515-243-6111 or visit iowacubs.com to buy your tickets. We can't wait to see you at Principal Park.
Best tailgate? It's got to be burgers and an ice cold Coke.
Real football y pollo asado.
Hoops and wings. Subs.
Nah, hot dog.
No, Dodger dog.
I'll drink to that. Pass me a Coke. It's gotta be crawfish.
Mac and cheese.
No. 7-layer dip.
Ribs. No contest.
Hummus. What? You need a hot grill and an ice cold Coke.
Of course.
Football and Coke. Come on.
It's got to be Coke.
Game day? Race day.
Calls for Coke. You know it.
It's Tailgate 101.
Get ready for 2 nights of live music at Principal Park. Join us Friday, May 23rd for a rock show featuring the Pork Tornadoes, Damon Dotson, and Punching Pandas. Then on Saturday, May 24th, country star Craig Campbell takes the stage with Jordan Dean and Brad Morgan. Both shows start at 6 p.m. with gates opening at 5. General admission is just $15 per night or $25 for both. Upgrade to a hospitality package or go all in with a Bud Club table for the ultimate concert experience. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
Hope 940 is your home for Iowa Cubs baseball all summer long.
Brooks Kriske retired all 3 batters he faced. out of the bullpen in the fifth. He gets the sixth and misses with the first pitch of the inning to Drew Waters, the two-hitter for Omaha. Iowa Cubs in front 4-1. Waters has struck out twice, including on a challenged 3-2 pitch last time up. Here's the 1-0, pop in the mid of the catcher Ballesteros on the inside edge, and it's even. That was the pitch that just clipped the bottom of the zone. Waters couldn't believe it. Stood there with his head on his knees for a while. Krisky home got him to chase a changeup. And the right-hander in the driver's seat, 1-2. 4-1 Iowa Cubs here on opening night over Omaha. Waters stands still, left-hand batter's box. Krisky home, swing and a miss. Got him on the changeup again. 3 strikeouts for the veteran right-hander. So Nick Lofton will take a crack at Krisky. He has walked and grounded to short today. Krisky home quickly and pounds the zone. Strike one on the inside corner, 94 miles an hour. And he has the changeup working so far today. Comes home and spiked one right on top of home plate. That'll even the count at a ball and a strike. Omaha has not had a base runner since the fourth. A one-out double from Gentry that inning. Here's a line drive to left, right at Christian Franklin, though. He came in a couple of steps, had to backpedal one, but was there in the end to make the catch. That ball scalded by Lofton, but an atom ball to Christian Franklin. 2 gone. Joey Weaver will stand in 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Weaver then wide open, bat waving approach in the right-hand box. Looks at a bender for strike one. Krisky holding the ball in the right hand behind his back. Deals. This is a jam job roll to third. Taken care of by Machado. Good throw across the diamond and a 1-2-3 inning from Krisky, who has used that splitter and the fastball as a pretty sharp 1-2 combo through 2 scoreless innings of relief work. We're on to the bottom of the 6th through 5.5. Iowa 4, Omaha 1 on the Iowa Cubs Broadcast Network.
Whether it's a Friday night or the 4th of July celebration, Iowa Cubs fans truly love the great fireworks shows at Principal Park each and every season. J&M Displays is a longtime provider of all Iowa Cubs fireworks shows. J&M Displays is ready to help with any event or celebration you have in mind. Their experienced team of expert pyrotechnicians are creative and highly trained to make your event one that will never be forgotten for fireworks and special effects. Call on J&M Displays, one of the largest suppliers in the Midwest. Go to jnmdisplays.com for more information.
A 10-game flex pack is the perfect way to experience all of the fun of an Iowa Cubs game at Principal Park while not being tied to a set of dates. Create a customized experience just for you. Use all 10 tickets for one game or mix and match them over multiple visits. The choice is yours. Flex pack tickets are good for any game all season long. Visit iowacubs.com to get yours today.
The Iowa Cubs and Central Iowa Mechanical are proud to pay tribute to our community's military, law enforcement, fire, and first responder service members all season long at Principal Park and our Salute to Service program. An active duty or veteran of military service, law enforcement, professional firefighter, or first responder will be recognized on the field before the game. To nominate your candidate to be honored in the field in the Iowa Cubs Central Iowa Mechanical Salute to Service program, visit iowacubs.com.
I'm Owen Casey, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs Baseball on Hope 940.
Another inning out of the bullpen for Omaha right-hander Anthony Simonelli. It's a 4-1 Iowa Cubs lead as James Triantos leads off the 6th. 1 for 2 with a single for James, and he takes down and outside ball 1 to begin this inning. Ethan Roberts up and throwing in the I-Cubs bullpen. 1-0 home for Triantos. And that slider mishandled by O'Keefe, the catcher, but good enough to be called a strike, and it's 1-1. Well, we'll ask our trivia question tonight. Ben Cowles got the Iowa Cubs on the board with a 2-run home run back in the second inning. 1-1 to Trianto, swinging a miss. Simonelli moves in front 1-2. And we'll start out with last year on opening night in Omaha, 5-4 extra inning loss for the Storm Chasers. Who hit the iCubs' first home run in 2024? 1-2 pitch, chased in the dirt. Triantos could not get a piece. He thinks he did, but is tagged out by O'Keefe, and that'll be the first out of the inning. He thought he got a piece with the end of the bat. Down on strikes for the second time. 3 strikeouts for Simonelli. And with 1 out, Jonathan Long, the batter, 0 for 2. Fly ball to center and a strikeout in his first at-bat. Long waggles the bat over his shoulder, tried to check his swing, but went too far. And a fastball, which was located well enough for a strike as well, is going to be a swinging strike 0-1. And the next pitch off the end of the bat, flared toward right. Gentry racing back near the warning track, able to reach up and haul it in. And the trivia question tonight, Ben Cowles was the first home run for the Iowa Cubs in 2025. Who hit the first home run last year for the Iowa Cubs? A hint, he is no longer with the Cubs organization. Can email broadcast at iowacubs.com as Carlos Perez stands in and takes outside, or tweet at me at JKEMP JKEMP Radio. If you think you know who had the first home run last year. Here's a breaking ball inside. Perez spins out of the way, and he's got a hitter's count 2-0. He worked a walk in the 5th and then scored on the double by Machado. That was followed by a double from Franklin, and that's how we got to this 4-1 score. Hitter's count for Perez, and he takes down and outside, ball 3. A lot of experience for Carlos Perez. Simonelli finds the strike zone, 3-1. This guy has hit wherever he's been, and he's made a number of stops throughout his career. Simonelli home, and Perez fists it in foul ground first base side. A sliding attempt by Prado, and he ran out of room and decided to play it safe. 278 games in the big leagues with the Angels, the Braves, the Rangers, and Oakland for Perez. He played here before the batter's eye was up in center field. Marty Peavy talking to him about that yesterday. And he takes ball 4 inside from Simonelli. First base runner allowed by this Omaha reliever, as they now have action in their pen. A couple of walks drawn by Perez tonight. And he keeps the inning alive for Dixon Machado. Hit a hot ground ball inside of third and into the left field corner to score Perez in the 5th. That made it 3-1. And again, Machado scored on an ensuing double by Franklin. Simonelli out of the stretch, runs a fastball high, and it's 1-0. Carlos Perez over at first, over 1,500 games in his baseball career. This is spiked in the dirt and a good stab on one hop by O'Keefe. Keeps the runner at first. Despite it being 2-0 on Machado, Perez unable to advance. And last year in Las Vegas for Perez, but he's played 5 years in the big leagues, 16 seasons in the minor leagues, and also 7 foreign seasons in there during the summers. A lot of high-level baseball for Perez. Catcher O'Keefe going to visit Simonelli now. Home plate umpire Ben Phillips making his way out there. Good day for this much ballyhooed Iowa Cubs lineup with 4 runs on 7 hits, 4 extra base hits, the Cowles home run and 3 doubles. Connor Nolan threw well. Brooks Kriske has been solid out of the pen. Back to work, Simonelli, and he finds the strike zone. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. 4-1 iCubs, 2 outs, a man on first in the 6th. Sabanelli deals. This ball hit in the air. Left center field with some carry. Waters going back, turning around, and it's off the wall again. They're going to try to score Perez. He trucks around third. Relay throw, not in time. Another extra base hit. Second straight RBI double by Machado, and it's 5-1 Iowa. Dixon Machado with a double down the third base line. 1 at bat to go. This time drives one off the center field wall. And Mike Jersley, the manager of the Storm Chasers, on his way to the mound to make a change. It's another Plumbers and Steam Fitters pitching change for the Storm Chasers. 5-1 Iowa. They're still not done in the 6th. We'll be back with more on the Iowa Cubs Broadcast Network.
Musco Sports Lighting is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Cubs. Since 1976, Musco has called Iowa home while creating the most innovative sports lighting solutions in the world. Musco's LED system improves visibility and creates light shows to celebrate everything from a home run to another iCubs win. From Principal Park to community fields to the biggest stadiums in the world, Musco creates a better experience for players and fans. Learn more at musco.com.
All right, here's the thing with mobile banking. You can get the laundry done and the yard, and it's only Thursday. Sure, run that extra block or mile with your four-legged buddy. Hey, you're at the gym? Do a few more reps. A little more gaming with your squad? Yeah, the Galaxy needs you. Better eat another s'more. And by another, we mean fifth. Soak up every single minute of every single day. Go on and do whatever it is you do and still keep in touch with your money. Great Southern Mobile Banking. Get the app now for Android and iOS. Member FDIC. Data rates may apply. See carrier for details.
I'm Darius Hill, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs Baseball on Hope 940.
Back to the bullpen, the Omaha Storm Chasers go. After a 2-out RBI double by Dixon Machado gave the Iowa Cubs a 5-1 lead. They have called on right-hander Jacob Wallace now. 26-year-old, 6'1" from Lawrence, Massachusetts. Split last year between Northwest Arkansas and Omaha. And he is on to face Christian Franklin, 2 for 3 with an RBI. Dixon Machado at second. Wallace out of the stretch, comes home. First pitch for the righty is a strike, 88 miles an hour on the outer half. And it's 0-1. Simonelli goes an inning and 2/3. Bright red glove on the hand of Wallace, who pops the mid of the catcher O'Keefe upstairs at 94. Simonelli retired the first 5 batters he faced, but then a 2-out walk and a double. Here in the 6th, the 1-1 is on the inside edge to Franklin. He falls behind Wallace 1-2. Wallace, a former third-round pick in his third organization with Kansas City. He deals out of the stretch. Franklin pops it up. Right side of the infield coming on is Prado in foul ground. He crosses the foul line and makes the catch to bring it in to the iCubs 6. But they add another run on the RBI double by Machado. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 man left on base. 1/3 of the game remains. The iCubs have a 5-1 lead over Omaha on opening night at Principal Park. More coming up next on the Iowa Cubs Broadcast Network.
Make more memories together this summer. Whether you're celebrating a special occasion with friends and family, hosting clients, or treating your staff, take them to Principal Park for an unforgettable time. Groups of 25 or more qualify for reduced prices. Come eat, drink, and watch baseball as a group for as low as $7 per ticket. Visit iowacubs.com to book your outing and ask about adding on a unique group experience.
The Iowa Cubs and Central Iowa Mechanical are proud to pay tribute to our community's military, law enforcement, fire, and first responder service members all season long at Principal Park and our Salute to Service program. An active duty or veteran of military service, law enforcement, professional firefighter, or first responder will be recognized on the field before the game. To nominate your candidate to be honored in the field in the Iowa Cubs Central Iowa Mechanical Salute to Service program, visit iowacubs.com.
A 10-game flex pack is the perfect way to experience all of the fun of an Iowa Cubs game at Principal Park while not being tied to a set of dates. Create a customized experience just for you. Use all 10 tickets for one game or mix and match them over multiple visits. The choice is yours. Flex pack tickets are good for any game all season long. Visit iowacubs.com to get yours today.
I'm Connor Nolan, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs Baseball on Hope 940.
New pitcher once again for the Iowa Cubs. Their third pitcher tonight will be right-hander Ethan Roberts. Takes over for Brooks Kriske, who was sharp. Retired all 6 batters he faced in 2 innings. Struck out 3. This is the top of the order, 2, 3, and 4. Or pardon me, 5, 6, and 7 for Omaha. Tyler Gentry 1 for 2 with a double. And the first pitch from Ethan Roberts is in for a strike at 93 miles per hour. Gentry doubled back in the 4th after flying out to center in the 2nd. Roberts out of the stretch. Holds the glove under his chin. Kicks the leg high in the air and comes home. And a breaking ball lined into the iCubs dugout. Everybody able to get out of the way. And it's now 0-2. Just 2 hits for Omaha so far today. One of them an infield hit, the other a double. Those were off of the starter, Connor Nolan. 2-strike pitch to Gentry. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Ethan Roberts makes quick work of the Omaha right fielder. And there's 1 gone in the 7th. For Brian O'Keefe, a strikeout victim in the 2nd, line to center in the 4th. By the way, our trivia question with Ben Cowles hitting the first home run of this season for the iCubs, who was the first hit home run last year. Breaking ball on the inside corner for strike 1. Roberts ahead 0-1. A couple of guesses. Matt Mervis is 1. Matt Shaw the other that have come in so far. Roberts delivers. Lined back over the mound, up the middle, and into center field. A hard ground ball, base hit for O'Keefe. Just the 3rd hit for Omaha tonight. And it'll bring Nick Prado to the plate with a man on base. Prado 0 for 2. Again, the hit was this player's no longer with the Cubs organization. Not just the iCubs, the Chicago Cubs organization. So Matt Mervis was a good guess, but it is unfortunately not correct, Mike. Roberts checking the runner at first. He fires, and a hard ground ball base hit into right for Prado. Past the second baseman, Triantos. And back-to-back ground ball singles for Omaha. And suddenly they have something brewing here in the 7th for the bottom of the order. Tyler Tolbert due next. A speedy right-handed hitter. And the player who hit the first Iowa Cubs home run of 2024, and he is no longer a part of the Chicago Cubs organization. Not all that long ago did that occur. First pitch to Tolbert. He shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a bender for a strike. Bat held up in the air in the left hand of Tolbert. Great speed here. An infield hit already tonight. The 0-1 pitch, swinging away, and he cuts and comes up empty. It's 0-2. Tolbert takes a moment here and now wants to use his timeout. A couple of good breaking balls from Roberts. Have Tolbert in the hole. Now the bunt figures to be off the table. Runners lead at first and second. Roberts deals. And he tried the breaking ball again, and that one up and in. Not a bad pitch there. straighten him up a little bit, and we'll see if he goes back to the breaking ball down and away now. Ballesteros sets up outside. And here comes. Swing and a miss. He got him with the slider again. Right back to it for Ethan Roberts. A couple of punch outs for him here in the 7th. And there are 2 down for Cam Devaney, who has struck out in each of his 2 trips to the batter's box today. It's a 5-1 Iowa Cubs lead. They've doubled up Omaha in the hit column 8-4. Runners take their lead again. Roberts a glance, comes home. And ran a fastball outside, 92 miles an hour for ball 1. Now we have a Pete Crow Armstrong guess. Again, the Claire who hit the home run last year, the first of the season, no longer with the Cubs organization. Offering to Devaney, swing and a miss, and the bat goes flying into the netting above the iCubs dugout. And Devaney going to walk over there and grab it. He'll likely have some pine tar to throw on the handle. And John Rave going to bring it over to him from the on-deck circle. That bat, as he lunged for the baseball, went spiraling overhead. And a couple of pitchers, Caleb Killian, namely, went sprinting out of the dugout. They weren't going to mess around with the business end of that bat. So it's 1-1 on Devaney. O'Keefe at second. Prado at first. They lead. Here comes Roberts, just a little bit outside. Fans here at Principal Park not thrilled with that call, but it certainly was a little bit off the plate. Trianto shaded up the middle at second. 2-1 to Devaney. Grounded foul right over the head of the third base coach. Over there, Darren Everson ducking out of the way. And now Roberts 1 pitch away from working out of a mini jam here in inning number 7. With a 5-1 lead still intact. Ballesteros down on his right knee, gives the target, and Roberts missed high. So full count, the runners will be on the move. And we have a correct answer of today's trivia question now from Mike Eckerd. Alexander Canario hit the first home run for the iCubs in 2024. That was in Omaha. Payoff pitch, runners go with 2 outs. Roberts to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on the breaking ball once again. And Roberts works around a couple of singles to strike out the side in the 7th. The bullpen with 6 strikeouts in 3 innings of work. And the Iowa Cubs will hit the stretch with a 5-1 lead on opening night here on the Iowa Cubs Broadcast Network.
The Iowa Cubs and Central Iowa Mechanical are proud to pay tribute to our community's military, law enforcement, fire, and first responder service members all season long at Principal Park and our Salute to Service program. An active duty or veteran of military service, law enforcement, professional firefighter, or first responder will be recognized on the field before the game. To nominate your candidate to be honored in the field in the Iowa Cubs Central Iowa Mechanical Salute to Service program, visit iowacubs.com.
It's Truck Month with the Ford crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They're all Ford trucks. And they're built Ford tough.
Also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, we knew it.
Based on 1977 to 2024 CY Industry Report of total sales.
Dream Steam Restoration and Cleaning's fully trained and certified team is your designated hitter. For cleaning carpet, air ducts, furniture, dryer vents, and more. Need restoration? We cover all the bases. Water, fire, and storm damage, mold removal, even biohazard cleanup. We use eco-friendly products safe for your family and pets. Call for an estimate and we'll knock it out of the park. 515-512-5387 or visit DreamSteamInc.com. Dream Steam Restoration and Cleaning, servicing Central Iowa. Family owned and operated since 1983.
I'm James Triantos, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs Baseball on Hope 940.
5-1, Iowa Cubs on top of the Omaha Storm Chasers. As we begin the bottom half of the 7-2, 3-4 due up for Iowa, starting with Owen Casey. The Iowa Cubs don't gamble with fire safety. Howard & Sons Fire Alarm Sales and Service are the official provider of fire extinguishers to Principal Park. For all of your fire safety needs, contact Howard & Sons in West Des Moines. Owen Casey has been hit by a pitch and struck out twice today. Caught him on the hand in his last at-bat. Jacob Wall is still out there after finishing the 6th inning, and he misses upstairs with a fastball this time, ball 1. The Iowa Cubs with 8 hits. A number of different folks have been able to get in on the party, and now an issue with the PitchCom device. It looks like Brian O'Keefe went out to the mound to check on Jacob Wallace, who had taken his hat off, and they were going to charge him with a mound visit, and Brian O'Keefe said, hold on, he can't hear anything. And he's proven it to the umpire now that they can't hear anything, so they're going to ask for the bullpen to bring a replacement device out there. You have to be able to hear what the pitch call is. And so usually they'll waive off the mound visit if you can prove that there are some issues technologically out there. And so now the bullpen catcher has retrieved that device from one of the pitchers and making his way to the game mound. And now he's got a working device. Jacob Wallace gives the nod of approval, and we should be good to go. You could see that all the time in the Major League Baseball playoffs when the crowd would get loud and pitcher was putting his glove over his ears to try and make sure he could hear the pitch call. And now Mike Jerschley is having a conversation with a home plate umpire. Again, I think they did charge Omaha with a mound visit, which if it was an issue, again, where the technology wasn't working, they're saying, why would we get charged with a mound visit? And so an extended conversation here. And the only way that you would be charged with a mound visit, I would think, is if they ruled time had been called before the device stopped working, or if when the umpire went out there to check, it was actually working. And Mike Jerschley throwing his hands up, so he's not getting the answer he wants from the crew chief, Ben Phillips, and throws his hands up one more time and finally will make his way to the dugout. And now back to baseball. And Owen Casey wants a timeout. And I think he was unsure of the count after the long delay. Now we're ready. Wallace can hear the call, and he comes home, and Casey pummels the ball way back to right center field, and that is gone. Owen Casey goes yard for the first time in 2025. And the I-Cubs extend their lead to 6-1. Owen Casey did not miss that offering from Jacob Wallace. That's another Walter Roofing Rescue Rehab Rehome round tripper. Remember, for every 4-bagger the I-Cubs hit this season, Walter Roofing will donate $4 to Rescue Rehab Rehome, foster-based non-kill dog and animal shelter right here in Des Moines. Second home run of the night for the I-Cubs. That one a monster blast from Owen Casey. Now here's Kevin Alcantara trying to get it on the front. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of fly balls. And Wallace's first pitch to him is a biting breaking ball that Alcantara waves over the top of. 6-1 I-Cubs. They have 9 hits, and again, they're piling on hits of the extra base variety. Wallace home, swing and a miss again by Alcantara. Big cut. We'll see if he tries to shorten up a little bit here with 2 strikes. And no doubter from Owen Casey. 426 feet, the estimated distance. Two-strike pitch. Alcantara swings and misses. The ball squirts away from O'Keefe, who pounces on it quickly and throws out Alcantara at first. Wallace has his first strikeout, and there's one away in the seventh. Yeah, 2 home runs, Cowles and now Casey. Doubles from Ballesteros, Machado twice, and Franklin. 6 extra base hits. Here's Moises Ballesteros, 2 for 3 with a double. Wallace fires. Swinging a foul straight back. Fastball up about letter high. Ballesteros went after it and shot it foul back to the screen. That home run also leaving the bat like Cowles at 105 miles per hour for Owen Casey. Open stance for Ballesteros. He takes a changeup dancing high and away. An email here, broadcast at iowacubs.com from Doug Birdsell. Can't wait to see Brandon back in an iCubs uniform. A lot of people can't wait for that. Ballesteros gulps the ball foul the other way toward left. There's a breaking ball on the back door, and he slapped it the other way. Thanks for reaching out, Doug. Thanks for tuning in here on opening night. Again, broadcast at iowacubs.com. The inbox will be open all year long. Ball 2 strikes to the catcher, Ballesteros. He swings away and lines the ball foul again out of the ballpark toward the parking lot on the third base side. And a beautiful night here in downtown Des Moines. Couldn't ask for a more picturesque setting on March 28th for baseball. Pitch clock at 2. Wallace has to hurry, comes home just in time, and Ballesteros fights it off foul again toward left. And this battle continues for Moises Ballesteros. Great AAA debut last year for the young catcher out of Venezuela. He swings and shoots the ball up the middle towards center, but right at Waters, who eased to his right and made a hip-high grab for the second out. He scalded that baseball right at the center fielder for Omaha. There are 2 gone for Ben Cowles, who again hit the home run back in the second that started the scoring today. So far, that has been enough. Omaha with just 1 run, and the iCubs have added 4 more to carry this 6-1 lead here in the 7th. Nobody on, 2 outs. Wallace home to Cowles. It's a strike, and he gets on top 0-1. Jacob Wallace, a winding path here to Omaha, drafted by the Rockies, traded to Boston for Kevin Pillar during the COVID season in 2020, and then traded to Kansas City for Wyatt Mills in 2022. He sets chest high, takes a deep breath, and offers. Missed low and away to Cowles. I would imagine for a native of Lawrence, Mass., who now resides in Methuen, getting traded to Boston was exciting early in his career, only to be traded again a couple of years later. He's home with a 1-1. Cowles swinging a miss. Got jammed up, tied up by that 94-mile-an-hour fastball. So it's a ball and 2 strikes. Ben Cowles 1 for 3. Also his AAA debut, like it is for Christian Franklin tonight. 2-strike pitch. Cowles a line drive past the diving shortstop Devaney and into left field for a base hit. A 9th hit for the iCubs and the 2nd for Ben Cowles. So the 7th inning continues. James Triantos will try and make it a 2-hit game and join Christian Franklin, Moises Ballesteros, Ben Cowles, and Dixon Machado with that note tonight on opening night. Always love to start with a multi-hit game. Cowles, pretty good speed at first. Jumps off the base, the pitch on the way. He stays put, and Triantos takes off the upper inside edge for ball 1. James singled in the 2nd, and since has struck out a pair of times. Wall is the 3rd pitcher for Omaha tonight. Now the 1-0. It's a strike to even the count. Tyson Guerrero allowed 4 runs on 7 hits in 4 innings. Anthony Simonelli tagged with 1 run in an inning and 2/3. Now Wallace allowing the home run to Casey here in the 7th. Ball and a strike. Triantos with a check swing, and he takes it off the inside edge. So it's 2-1 on the second baseman. A team that is prospect-laden but also relatively young. The Iowa Cubs, especially in terms of their lineup. Triantos waits, holding the bat low. Swings away, pops it up foul on the first base side. It'll be even 2-2. Cowles is 25. Ballesteros just 21. Jonathan Long, 23. Triantos is 22. Alcantara is 22. So is Owen Casey. Christian Franklin is 25. So a young but talented ball club. 2-2 pitch, bounced over the mound right at the second baseman, Tolbert. He'll go to first, and Triantos thrown out by a step. The iCubs add another on an Owen Casey home run. First of the year for the left-handed slugger. The Iowa Cubs lead is 6-1 as we head to the 8th inning. Another new pitcher coming on for the iCubs after the break on the Iowa Cubs Broadcast Network.
Want a burger that jumps out at you? Then Zombie Burger and Drink Lab is the place to go. Zombie Burger is the home of the famous gourmet bashed burger. A custom 3-cut beef blend that's smashed on the grill for a crispy edge that seals in the flavor. There are more than 25 signature burgers and sandwiches are topped with everything. Guacamole, cheese curds, you name it. Zombie Burger has it. Remember, any burger can be ordered with a vegetarian or vegan patty. Need your zombie fast? Order online at zombieburgerdm.com or visit Zombie Burger in downtown Des Moines, just blocks from Principal Park and Jordan Creek Mall. Zombie Burger, it's a no-brainer.
Cubs fans, it's time to bring down the house with Extreme, powered by Mediacom. With internet speeds up to an amazing 1 gig and supercharged whole home Wi-Fi. You'll turn your house into the hottest hotspot on the block. Play with no limits. Stream with no worries. Speed into a new dimension of power and reliability. And get ready to feel extreme. Powered by Mediacom.
Musco Sports Lighting is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Cubs. Since 1976, Musco has called Iowa home while creating the most innovative sports lighting solutions in the world. Musco's LED system improves visibility and creates light shows to celebrate everything from a home run to another iCubs win. From Principal Park to community fields to the biggest stadiums in the world, Musco creates a better experience for players and fans. Learn more at musco.com.
Now back to the ballpark for Iowa Cubs baseball on Hope 940.
Back to the bullpen for the Iowa Cubs here in the 8th with a 6-1 lead. It's the veteran right-hander Trevor Richards who takes over on the mound. Richards, 6'2", 31 years old from Illinois. Signed with the Cubs this offseason. And he'll face the top of the order, John Rave for Omaha. First pitch down and in from Richards at 92 miles per hour. Signed in January of this year, and he misses up and away. 2-0 on Rave. Spent last year with the Blue Jays and the Twins. And again, a guy who has been relatively well-traveled. There's a strike from Richards. Gets in the count to Rave here at 2 balls and a strike. I mentioned that a lot of youngsters, but there are guys like Trevor Richards who have seen a lot of time in the big leagues over the years. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Rave, down and in, ball 3. Richards made his big league debut back in April of 2018. He was a 24-year-old against the Boston Red Sox. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That's high, and he walks the leadoff man here in the 8th. Not the ideal start for Richards, but a 5-run cushion to work with here, as Drew Waters will stand in. Been a rough night for Waters, 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. Richards out of the stretch from the belt. Deals a strike, and he gets on top of a hitter for the first time, 0-1. Over 7 years in the big leagues, 290 games. Richards has appeared in. He is 0-1. He is a little bit low and evens the count at a ball and a strike. He's pitched for Toronto, Tampa Bay, Miami, Milwaukee, and Minnesota. At the big league level, glances over at first. Rave with a decent lead there. Comes home, swing and a miss. Had him leaning out in front of the off-speed offering. And now a new baseball will be sent out toward the mound. Last year, as I mentioned, he split his time between a couple of different organizations, Toronto and Minnesota. 2-strike pitch, and that's just a little bit outside. It'll even it up, 2 balls and 2 strikes on the 2-hitter Drew Waters. Omaha trying to put something together here in the late stages. Richards pitched once for St. Paul last year, 45 times for Toronto. Runner goes, and the pitch fouled down the left field line. He also pitched 10 times with the Twins. So 55 games, the MLB level for Richards last year. And his first appearance now of 2025 with the Iowa Cubs. And the leadoff man on, a 6-1 lead for the I-Cubs in the 8th. Throw to first, Rave is back. There is a lefty tossing in the Omaha bullpen. Likely to work the bottom half of this 8th inning. Richards with his attention on Waters comes to the plate. Bounced into the dirt, blocked by Ballesteros. It'll roll in foul ground at the first baseline, but Rave stays put. Partly because of that 5-run deficit. Can't risk anything on the bases right now. Settling in here with a 3-ball count. Runner goes. Pitch is low, and it's back-to-back walks here in the 8th. So 2 on, nobody out for the Omaha Storm Chasers. And now you've got the middle of the order. First, Tony Kugul, the Iowa Cubs pitching coach, back in the same role as last year, is going out to visit Trevor Richards. It's the fastball and the changeup. He's actually, over the course of his career, used the changeup more than the fastball, 53% of the time. Now he's going to deal with Nick Lofton, 0 for 2 with a walk. Meanwhile, there is, again, some action starting to begin behind Trevor Richards in the I-Cubs pen. Lofton, a right-handed hitter. Another spot where a ground ball would look mighty fine. 2 on, nobody out. Runners go. The pitch is low, and Ballesteros is going to hold on to it. Rave had a running start. His second stolen base of the game. Waters followed him into second base. 5 stolen bases for Omaha tonight. 1-0 on the hitter. Swinging a foul straight back. Lofton right on that pitch, but sent it backwards over the net. Two in scoring position. Richards fires down and away. So a hitter's count, 2-1. Joey Weimer on deck. Richards lifts out of the stretch, comes home and misses downstairs. So it's 3-1. He's walked the first 2 batters this inning, desperately trying to avoid loading the bases via the free pass. Big bat of Joey Weimer on deck. Lofton had a great spring. 3-0. He's taking all the way, and it's a strike. Has a word with the home plate umpire. He hit .382 in 16 games with the Royals this spring. He was on the opening day roster last year. Spent 55 games in the big leagues for Kansas City. 3-1 pitch. He takes again. It's a strike, and he goes down looking. Trevor Richards as the first out of the 8th. That was a sequence that Trevor Richards needed. Got into a 3-ball count in danger of a third straight walk. And he freezes Lofton on the lower outside edge. One away for Weimer. Quickly home is Richards, swinging a miss. Breaking ball, and Weimer waved over the top. Joey Weimer, the DH, 0 for 3. Couple of strikeouts and a ground ball to third. Got John Rave at third base. Drew Waters leads at second. Richards fires. Ground ball off of Machado. Ricochets into left field. 1 run is in. They will hold the trail runner. And now making his way to second is Weimer, and he slides in safely. That'll likely be an RBI infield hit for Joey Weimer. It was a hot shot off of Machado's lower body. It bounded high into the air and into left field to Franklin. They held Drew Waters at third, but Rave scored easily, and then Weimer, hustling all the way, gets into second, and that'll bring Marty Peavy out of the iCubs dugout. He'll make a pitching change here. A Plumbers and Steam Fitters pitching change. Remember, in today's business climate, you need partners that you can trust and that care about you and your company, as well as your customers. Partners like Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local Union, number 33. That's it for Trevor Richards. He'll depart with 2 in scoring position, 1 run in. The iCubs still on top 6-2. We'll tell you who takes over for Richards when we come back on the Iowa Cubs Broadcast Network.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The diamond shine brighter with more fine jewelry.
Sometimes you hear people talk about going out of their way to help you. Well, I'm Vince Morrissey from Morrissey Fine Jewelry, and I like to make one thing very clear. Helping you is never out of our way at Morrissey's. It's just the way we do business. We'll do whatever it takes to take care of you. Stop in and see us. Morrissey Fine Jewelry, 235 5th Street in Valley Junction, West Des Moines.
Let's get back to Iowa Cubs baseball on Hope 940 with Jason Kemp.
New pitcher for the Iowa Cubs is going to be right-hander Jack Neely. Neely is 6'8", 245 pounds, and imposing 24-year-old. It takes over for Trevor Richards with a 6-2 lead. Runners are on second and third for Omaha. And the batter is going to be Tyler Gentry. That last batted ball was an RBI single for Weimer, who went to second on the throw. And so now Jack Neely takes over, trying to limit the damage here in the 8th. Gentry is 1 for 3 with a double. Neely, the mustachioed right-hander, comes home and throws a breaking ball outside. Former 11th round pick of the Yankees out of Ohio State. Neely stares at the runner at third and comes home. This ball skied to center. Alcantara going back, drifting into the shadows of the outfield wall. He makes the catch. Tagging at third and scoring without a throw is Waters. The throw went toward third base, and that keeps Weimer at second. A sac fly for Tyler Gentry will make it 6-3. Weimer still at second with 2 outs, and Brian O'Keefe is the batter. That run belongs to Trevor Richards. And so does Weimer at second. O'Keefe 1 for 3 with a single his last time up. Neely stares at Weimer and comes home, and a breaking ball floated foul straight back behind home plate and onto the roof overhead. .68 righty comes home again. A good slider for a strike, and he is now on top 0-2. By the way, Neely, part of that same Mark Leiter Jr. trade to the Yankees that brought Benjamin Cowles to the organization. Cowles and Neely played a big role tonight for the iCubs. 0-2 from Neely. Line drive, deep left field. Franklin tracking it back. He'll run it down. A couple of steps in front of the warning track. Franklin had a good read on that hard hit ball from O'Keefe. And Neely does a good job to limit the damage in the eighth, giving up just a sacrifice fly in support of Trevor Richards. Couple of runs on just one hit for Omaha. They leave one stranded, and as we head to the bottom of the eighth, the iCubs trying to add some insurance now to what is currently a lead of 6-3. More coming up on the Iowa Cubs broadcast network after these messages.
In the heart of downtown Des Moines, Confluence on Third Apartments offers a resort-style apartment community with luxurious studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartment homes. Enjoy the fun and convenience of downtown living with first-class amenities that include a sprawling outdoor courtyard with a pool, grill station, dog run, and hot tub. Other amenities include a fitness studio, rooftop, sky deck, game room, theater, underground parking, and so much more to enhance your everyday living experience at Confluence on Third Apartments. With your favorite downtown venues just a short walk or bike ride away, you'll love the convenience of living at Confluence on Third Apartments. Learn more at confluenceonthirdapts.com.
Cubs fans, it's time to bring down the house with Extreme, powered by Mediacom. With internet speeds up to an amazing 1 gig and supercharged whole home Wi-Fi. You'll turn your house into the hottest hotspot on the block. Play with no limits. Stream with no worries. Speed into a new dimension of power and reliability. And get ready to feel extreme. Powered by Mediacom.
Musco Sports Lighting is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Cubs. Since 1976, Musco has called Iowa home while creating the most innovative sports lighting solutions in the world. Musco's LED system improves visibility and creates light shows to celebrate everything from a home run to another iCubs win. From Principal Park to community fields to the biggest stadiums in the world, Musco creates a better experience for players and fans. Learn more at musco.com.
Iowa Cubs baseball lives here on Hope 940. And now, Jason Kemp.
The Iowa Cubs lead has been trimmed to 6-3. Lefty Evan Sisk is on for Omaha. Bottom third of the order, Jonathan Long to lead off 0 for 3 tonight. And the side-arming lefty throws with that crossfire action, a 92-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. Certainly not a comfortable at bat for a left-handed hitter, but even a righty can struggle with this release point. Sisk drops down again, and Long is laid on a fastball once again at 92. Gets on you quick when he's throwing it from down there, about knee height and behind the left-hand batter's box. 2-strike pitch. Long gets some bat on it and floats it toward right, but Tolbert makes a leaping catch. Second baseman showing off some athleticism, pulls it down and takes a hit away from Jonathan Long. Was not a hard hit ball at all, but looked like for a second it might get over the head of Tolbert, who is not a big guy at all, but at 6 feet tall in the roster, he leapt up and made that play overhead. One out for Carlos Perez, couple of walks today and a pop out to first. The right-handed hitter looks at that crossfire fastball away. 1-0. Seven-year-old Evan Sisk, Charleston, South Carolina. Here's a little shallow fly ball to right off the end of Perez's bat, and Gentry camps underneath that for the second out. 2 gone quickly for Dixon Machado, who's had a big night. 2 for 3, 2 RBI doubles for Machado in the 9-hole. There is some depth to this lineup that Marty Peavy is able to put together on a nightly basis right now. Sisk fires again. Tried a breaking ball, and he left it outside ball 1. Last year, all season in Omaha for Sisk. Made 58 appearances. He was great. A 1.57 ERA. 81 strikeouts. 57 in the third innings. There's a strike to even the count on Machado. Looks like Daniel Palencia up in the iCubs bullpen. A save situation if the iCubs can't add a run here in the 8th. who's up and away. Sisk missing to Machado. 2 balls and a strike. 3-run game. 6-3. The Iowa Cubs on top. They've out-hit Omaha 10-5. Swinging a foul by Machado. Had to reach out, try and get some bat on the ball, and did just barely, but it ended up in O'Keefe's mitt. So Sisk looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He's made quick work of the first 2 hitters. Here he comes. Ground ball softly pulled toward third, right past the feet of Marty Peavy down the line, and grabbed eventually by Nick Lofton. Flips it toward the iCubs dugout. Sisk, the 4th pitcher for Omaha tonight. Drops down again, and a backdoor breaking ball a little bit outside. Thought he was going to get that one, and he was ready to walk toward the dugout. Now even 2-2 with 2 outs. Infield straight up against Machado. Break-even pitch. That one does slurve over the inside corner, and the inning is over. Machado goes down looking, and that'll send us to the 9th. The iCubs have led it from the 2nd inning on. It was 6-1. It's now 6-3. And they'll try and close out an opening night victory when we return on the Iowa Cubs Broadcast Network.
Furniture Options has been specializing in furnishing apartments since 1985. They're proud to provide people in transition with quality rental furnishings, impeccable service, and affordable rates. Check out FurnitureOptions.com to find out more about their selection and flexible payment options. Their showroom is open weekdays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Whether it's work or anything else that takes you into temporary housing, Furniture Options can help. Furniture Options, options for a changing environment.
All right, here's the thing with mobile banking. You can get the laundry done and the yard, and it's only Thursday. Sure, run that extra block or mile with your 4-legged buddy. Hey, you're at the gym? Do a few more reps. A little more gaming with your squad? Yeah, the Galaxy needs you. Better eat another s'more. And by another, we mean 5th. Soak up every single minute of every single day. Go on and do whatever it is you do and still keep in touch with your money. Great Southern Mobile Banking. Get the app now for Android and iOS. Member FDIC. Data rates may apply. See carrier for details.
There's so much to do in downtown Des Moines. Why waste your time commuting when you come to visit? The Hampton Inn downtown sits right next to the Des Moines River at 120 Water Street and just 2 blocks north of Principal Park, 2 blocks south of Fort Avenue Entertainment District, and a short walk from the East Village. Stay at a great room with free Wi-Fi and breakfast during your stay. Don't sit on the sidelines. Call 515-244-1650 to book a room at the Hampton Inn downtown and be part of the action in downtown Des Moines.
More Iowa Cubs baseball with Jason Kemp on Hope 940.
It's the same situation in the 9th, and the Iowa Cubs have called on Daniel Palencia with a 6-3 lead. He gets the bottom 3 hitters in the Omaha lineup, starting with Nick Prado. 1 for 3 with a single. Prado, a lefty against the hard-throwing Palencia. Works out of the stretch. First pitch over for strike 1. Took a little bit off. 87 that time from the 25-year-old from San Carlos, Venezuela. Decent spring training for Palencia. 6 1/3 innings of work for the Chicago Cubs. Over on the first base side of the rubber. He comes home, and he went off speed again and just missed this time. It's 1-1. Last year with the big league club, pitched in 10 games and recorded his first career save. He's even 1-1 on Prado. Next pitch, and he blew it by him. There's the fastball, 99 on the radar gun. And after taking something off the first 2 pitches, he went back to the old reliable that time. Long red sleeves for Palencia under the white pinstripe jersey. He rocks for the 1-2. Way up and outside. That one hit triple digits at 100 on the nose. Last year in Iowa, Palencia 2-1 with a 4.85 ERA. He had 5 saves. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball biting inside. Prado was tied up in knots, and there's one gone here in the 9th. One away for Tyler Tolbert. 1 for 3, couple of strikeouts, and an infield hit today for Tolbert. Palencia offers and throws the bender in for strike one again. Iowa Cubs pitching tonight. They are on pitcher number 6 at this point. Connor Nolan, Brooks Kriske, Ethan Roberts, Trevor Richards, Jack Neely, now Palencia is 0-1 home. There's a strike at 100, and it's quickly 0-2. And now you've seen the breaking ball and the fastball both for strikes. What do you do here? 14 strikeouts for iCubs pitching. Palencia deals. Upstairs, 100 again. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Tolbert trying to find a way on base. He almost single-handedly scored the first run for Omaha. An infield hit, 2 stolen bases, then scored on an error. Ball and 2 strikes. Palencia rocks, check swing, and did he go? No. Tolbert just able to hold off on an upstairs fastball from Palencia. New sign from Ballesteros and the next delivery. Here he comes. Just missed again. Full count now, 3-2. Palencia, when he has command of both pitches, can be unhittable. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Went to the off speed, and he has back-to-back strikeouts to open the ninth. And now a crowd of 7,226 on opening night will make some noise with 2 outs here in the ninth inning. A 6-3 iCubs lead. Cam Devaney the batter, and he was scheduled to hit, but will now be pulled back for pinch hitter Harold Castro. So Devaney 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, and they're going to give the veteran Harold Castro an opportunity here to extend the baseball game for the top of the order. Castro, a lefty, 31 years old, from Caracas, Venezuela. And he looks at a first pitch, fastball off the outside corner. Ball 1. 15 strikeouts for Iowa Cubs pitchers. 1-0 from Palencia, down and in, ball 2. Now you have a little bit of wiggle room here with a 3-run lead, 2 outs, nobody on. They're not going to try to tempt that here. Slightly open stance for Castro. Palencia home, and that pitch ripped foul toward first. So it's 2-1. Last year, the iCubs struck out 16 batters against Louisville on May 31st. They could match that here tonight in the opener. Deep breath, Palencia home. Down and in, jumping out of the way is Harold Castro. And Palencia falls further behind at 3-1. The problem here, if Castro gets on, you have the top of the order in Rave and Waters, guys who have some pop in their bats. They need 2 base runners to bring the tying run to the plate. 3-1 home. Swing and a miss. Always nice to reach back and just throw 99 over the plate and see what they can do with it. Now Omaha down to their final strike. 3-2 the count. Fans on their feet. Palencia to the plate. Ground ball to second. Triatos gobbles it up on a knee, throws to first, and the Iowa Cubs have taken the opener tonight over the Omaha Storm Chasers by a final score of 6-3. With that save from Daniel Palencia, a reminder that all iCubs saves this season are brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest. Advance your finances and download the SoFi app to get your money right. The iCubs are winners on opening night. Their pitching staff strikes out 15. They got a couple of home runs, one from Ben Cowles and another from Owen Casey. They had a whole bunch of doubles. The iCubs are 1-0 here in 2025. Don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more to come. The postgame show is coming up next. You've been listening to Iowa Cubs baseball on the Iowa Cubs Broadcast Network.
You've been listening to Iowa Cubs Baseball on Hope 940 and online at iowacubs.com. Tune in to each game throughout the season, starting with the pregame show 20 minutes before first pitch. Stay tuned. Jason Kemp will be back with the postgame show after these messages.
Feel the power, feel the speed, feel extreme. Cubs fans, get Extreme powered by Mediacom and experience streaming so real you can feel it. Whether you're live streaming the game or streaming your favorite series, with supercharged speeds up to 1 gig and powerful whole home Wi-Fi, you're in it. Their 100% gigabit technology network was built to take you further. Get ready to feel it. Extreme powered by Mediacom.
Escape to paradise at Principal Park for Margaritaville night on Friday, June 14th. Enjoy a night of island vibes with a live performance by Banana Wind, a Hawaiian t-shirt giveaway to the first 1,000 fans, and the ultimate feast, a cheeseburger and margarita special. Kick back, soak up the summer fun, and enjoy baseball with a tropical twist. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
Musco Sports Lighting is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Cubs. Since 1976, Musco has called Iowa home while creating the most innovative sports lighting solutions in the world. Musco's LED system improves visibility and creates light shows to celebrate everything from a home run to another iCubs win. From Principal Park to community fields to the biggest stadiums in the world, Musco creates a better experience for players and fans. Learn more at musco.com.
A 10-game flex pack is the perfect way to experience all of the fun of an Iowa Cubs game at Principal Park while not being tied to a set of dates. Create a customized experience just for you. Use all 10 tickets for one game or mix and match them over multiple visits. The choice is yours. Flex pack tickets are good for any game all season long. Visit iowacubs.com to get yours today.
Whether it's a Friday night or the 4th of July celebration, Iowa Cubs fans truly love the great fireworks shows at Principal Park each and every season. J&M Displays is the longtime provider of all Iowa Cubs fireworks shows. J&M Displays is ready to help with any event or celebration you have in mind. Their experienced team of expert pyrotechnicians are creative and highly trained to make your event one that will never be forgotten for fireworks and special effects. Call on J&M Displays, one of the largest suppliers in the Midwest. Go to jnmdisplays.com for more information.
Cubs fans, it's time to bring down the house with Extreme powered by Mediacom. With internet speeds up to an amazing 1 gig and supercharged whole home Wi-Fi. You'll turn your house into the hottest hotspot on the block. Play with no limits. Stream with no worries. Speed into a new dimension of power and reliability. And get ready to feel extreme. Powered by Mediacom.
It's time for the Iowa Cubs postgame show on Hope 940 AM and iowacubs.com. Stick around after every game for a recap of the action, highlights, scores, and updates from the Chicago Cubs farm system, as well as a preview of upcoming games and events. Let's head back to the ballpark and join Jason Kemp.
Welcome back inside Principal Park. A successful opening night for the Iowa Cubs, who knock off Omaha 6-3. And improved to 1-0 on the campaign. Let's take a look at some of the numbers tonight for Iowa. 6 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. They stranded 6. Omaha, meanwhile, 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They left 6 on base as well. Winning pitcher out of the bullpen, the first man to come on in relief for the iCubs, Brooks Kriske. He improves to 1-0. The starter for Omaha took the loss. That's Tyson Guerrero. He falls to 0-1.